The Wayland Tire Game of the Week, brought to you by Opportunity Bank, Northwestern Energy, Montana Chevy Dealers, the Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW, and First Interstate Bank.
And it's the Wayland Tire Frontier Conference Game of the Week. Tonight, it's the Ore Diggers from Montana Tech in town in Billings at the Fortin Education Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College and First Interstate Bank Court. And we have a great one on hand tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Bruce Parker along with Bob Ritterott, bringing you the action from the Fortin Education Center. The Ore Diggers tonight looking to get a little revenge as they've lost 2 in a row to Rocky Mountain College, and the Battling Bears, Bob, looking to get back on the winning track.
Yeah, you know, that was a tough one last night. The Saints come in here and get one on the Battling Bears in overtime, Bruce. Another tough battle between those two teams, but I think the Bears are ready to go here tonight.
Well, it should be a great one. We're glad you could be with us for the doubleheader, the men to follow this one tonight. We're going to take a break and come back from the Fortin Education Center. Again, you're watching the Wayland Tire SWX Game of the Week. Stay with us. Frontier Conference action is on tap.
Manufacturers these days are producing some pretty powerful trucks. That's why we designed the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It's built with stronger advanced compounds that hold up to tougher conditions. The Defender LTX MS has outstanding all-season traction and excellent fuel efficiency backed by our 70,000-mile warranty. So whether it's a working truck or you're hauling your snowmobile or boat, you'll get the most out of every mile. Turn to the experts to find the right Michelin tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
Hey, what's up? Wait, you vape? You're usually such a control freak.
I'm addicted.
I used to smoke and vape, and the only thing in control was the nicotine. And you have asthma.
Yeah, but mine's just mild.
It doesn't matter. It can still trigger an attack.
I need to quit.
Quitting is the best way to keep your asthma under control. Health in the 406, my friend. It's good. It's getting better.
From the two trucks over here, I want you to pick a new truck for your mom or dad, knowing that they could possibly pass it down to you one day.
Cool.
But before you decide, you should know that Chevy Silverados are the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road, which means that Ford F-150s are not. Which truck would you pick?
The Chevy.
The Chevy?
The Chevy.
That was obvious.
Get a total value of over $9,600 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem at Rocky College Penn under the direction of Travis Taylor.
And our national anthem played tonight by the pep band at Rocky Mountain College under the direction of Mr. Travis Hale. And Bob should have a good one tonight as we look at the conference standings. This Frontier Conference is a war.
Yes, it is, Bruce. Carroll College on top with 11-3. Orange Rocky at 9-4. Western now at 9-4. Providence at 7-6. LC at 5-7. Tech at 3-9. And Northern at 1-12. So it is a battle.
Yeah, and you know, last night was a big one here in the Fortin Education Center as Carroll College and Rocky squared off. The two top teams tied for the top mark, the 13th and the 15th ranked teams in the country. And Carroll College came away with an overtime victory by 3 points. And it was a game where Rocky led by 6 points, Bob, with 48 seconds to go, and 2 huge threes by Rochelle Sayers' squad, and they put it into overtime, and they won it by 3 in overtime.
Yeah, you know, and talking with Coach Keller, it just comes down to free throws. 2 big free throws missed by the Bears in that last 30 seconds.
Yeah, you know, Wes said to me before the game tonight, he said, you know, Bruce, you can't play 19 minutes and 12 seconds of a 45-minute game with the overtime and expect to win. And there we see the starting lineups.
And it'll be at guard number 11 will be Haley Farspeed for Rocky Mountain College. I guess we're going to jump to Tech. It'll be Crawford, Landeck, Coverdale, Williams, and Potter. So it's going to be a battle here tonight. I know Tech has kind of been struggling, Bruce, but they're one of those teams that just hang in there. You know, hang around, and, you know, they just haven't been able to get over that hump, I don't think, to finish off a game yet. But they're a tough ball club under Coach Carly Sannon.
Yeah, I think, you know, Bob, they're a team that nobody wants to play in the first round of the tournament because they have great potential. And there you see the starters for Rocky Mountain College.
Yeah, it's Farspeed, Michaela Jones, Chamberlain, Brooke Jones, and Marqueta Francis. So, you know, and Bruce, one thing about these two teams on the floor, there's a lot of Montana kids playing here, and these kids know each other pretty well. They play a little bit against each other in the summertime and play with each other. So looks for a good one here tonight. And we're underway as Tech will control the tip, Bruce.
Well, you know, this Montana Tech team has the Coverdale sisters. They both can shoot the basketball. I think that's a key tonight, that Rocky needs to stop them from hitting those outside shots because they can really nail you with the 3.
Definitely, and we got a foul to start our action off here. And Coverdale will go to the line to shoot some free throws here for Tech. As she gets them on the scoreboard first.
You know, she's going to want to have the ball in her hands tonight because she is so potent with the on the offensive end. She can score from anywhere in the court as she misses the second free throw.
And it's going to be out of bounds. It'll be Rocky basketball in the backcourt, Bruce. So she goes 1 for 2, a 60% free throw shooter on the year. And Tech coming out here with some full court pressure.
Yeah, Alicia Chamberlain, Bob, got that first foul. It was the first team foul on Rocky.
Bears set up their first offensive set here. It looks like the Ore Diggers in a man-to-man defense going against Rocky. Nice move by Michaela Jones to get 2 inside.
Now, how quick is she? You know, that's going to be another key tonight. She can get to the basket as well as anybody in the Frontier Conference. She missed a heartbreaking 3 in the overtime last night to put the game into a second overtime, but played very well against Carroll College.
Yes. And a 3-pointer up by Landeck, no good. And Bears come out of there with a rebound. And, you know, one thing about this Bears team playing that game last night, Bruce, there's some girls played a lot of minutes last night. And we'll see how their legs are here tonight as Francis misses Bunny underneath.
You know, I always think about teams that have to play back-to-back. And then I talked with Lori Kelly, and she says, heck, we do it all the time in volleyball, you know. These basketball people shouldn't have any problem. It's tough playing back-to-back games.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's Coverdale with a nice drive, but can't finish, and the Diggers will get a new shot clock.
That's a couple offensive rebounds there for Montana Tech. Glad you could join us on the Wayland Tire Game of the Week. And it's good to be with you, Bob.
Yeah, you too, Bruce. It's always fun. And the shot's going to be put up there by Coverdale, no good.
You know, we talked a little bit in the pregame about what the keys are, and I I really believe tonight that as the Batman Bears miss another shot inside, but it's the key might be the bigs for Rocky Mountain College, you know, with Markela Francis and Brooke Jones.
And Brick takes it to the hole there and can't finish on a steal by Chamberlain as the Diggers come back the other way. Nice move there by Michaela Jones.
You've been a little busy this week with the state wrestling tournament over at the Rimrock Auto Arena.
Yeah, it's been going well, I guess. I've been trying to stay away.
As much as possible, right?
And
turnover.
5-second call. You don't see that too often. The first turnover here on the Diggers. It's going to be interesting, Bruce, to see. Rocky has struggled with full court pressure at times during the year. We'll see how they handle this pressure from Tech.
Our two coaches tonight, Wes Keller in his 4th season as the head man for Rocky Mountain College, Carly Sannon, former assistant coach at Carroll College under Sean Nelson. Carly also played for the Fighting Saints, and they went to 5 national tournaments while she was an assistant coach.
And Francis can't finish. That's about 3 shots inside that Rocky has not been able to finish on, Bruce. And you've got to make those shots as another ball knocked out of bounds at the other end.
I think it'll stay with Montana Tech.
Crawford running the point here. And this one's going to be off Tech. That'll be the second turnover on Tech.
The crowd will come in slowly here tonight. Boy, we had a good packed house here last night for the Carroll doubleheader, which you also saw on SWX.
Michaela Jones puts up that 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Crawford. Both teams kind of sluggish here to start this ball game, Bruce.
Yeah, a little tentative offensively.
Landeck gets the 3-pointer for the Diggers. They go up 4-2.
And Landeck, a good scorer. She can shoot the ball from anywhere. And that's the thing about Montana Tech, Bob. They all can shoot the 3.
Little backdoor cut there. And a turnaround jumper by Michaela Jones. Jones with all 4 points for the Batman Bears, and we're tied up here. First tie of the ball game, I believe, Bruce. Rocky in a man-to-man defense as well. Potter with it. Landeck. Good defense as the shot clock is running down. Stolen by Chamberlain, Bruce. Another turnover. That's 3 turnovers on the Diggers. And Chamberlain will be fouled going to the hole at the other end, and she'll go to the line to shoot a couple free throws.
And we talk about it all the time, Bob. What do they do with the turnover when they get it?
Yeah.
Points off turnovers. We'll look at that stat tonight as we go. And we'll see a couple great drive to the basket. And there you see the foul.
Chamberlain, Bruce, a 65% free throw shooter on the season, gets that first one.
You know, I kind of look at her with the 19 wins for Wes Keller's squad this year. She's kind of the silent assassin. You know, she's workmanlike. She just gets her job done, and she's had some big games that she makes both free throws.
I'm going to go one step farther, Bruce. I'm going to say when she struggles, Rocky struggles. You know, I just think that she's kind of that player on the fence that she has to play well for Rocky to win. And a nice drive and penetration there by Courtney Coverdale as she came into the game. The 2 Coverdale twins out of Fairfield. Very good players up there for Coach Dustin Gordon. Marketa Francis with a big play inside. Bears go up 8-6. 2 for Francis.
You know, last night she got in foul trouble, and it really hurt Rocky Mountain College against Carroll.
A little rumble jumble here. I thought we were in a soccer match there for a second. It looked like there was more kicking than there was dribbling, Bruce. And the shot's going to be up and good by Zard. I kind of like Zard, and I saw her in that, that first time they were down here. I thought she came in and played real well for Tech in that ball game, and off to a pretty good start here tonight as well, Bruce. And it's Far's feet with the points on the assist from Jones.
And there's no question when she started shooting the basketball as well as she's shooting right now, that's when Rocky really took off.
And McGree with the three-pointer, it's off, and Rocky comes down with another board. 3:53 to go. This quarter going awful fast, Bruce.
You know, it almost seems like every Butte team has a McGree on it.
I wonder
They're
why.
everywhere. And what a great athletic family and heritage in the Butte area.
Michaela Jones with her 7th point of the night. Rocky goes up by 5.
Try to get you some Frontier scores as we get them.
Sparks with a 2-pointer for the Diggers.
You know, she was wide open. Nobody really stepped up to defend her at all on that.
And there's going to be a turnover on Rocky as that one's going to go off Francis's foot. Got a media timeout on the floor. 13-10. Rocky on top. You're watching the Frontier Conference on SWX.
Traveling to Billings, come visit us at the Vegas Hotel. We're located off exit 450, close into downtown Billings with an easy shuttle to the airport. We've recently renovated and updated our facility. Our large rooms are outfitted with comfortable pillow-top beds, high-speed Wi-Fi, HBO, and continental breakfast. Also in-house is American Classic Pizzeria and the Ace High Casino and Lounge. Call us at 406-248-7761 or visit us at thevegasmotels.com.
In 1968, Homer Scott Sr. purchased a small bank in Sheridan, Wyoming. That endeavor was the start of First Interstate Bank. Homer knew that the bank would only be as strong as the communities it served. Today, Homer's credo still holds true. First Interstate has donated more than $50 million and 154,000 volunteer hours to nonprofit organizations and the communities it serves. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.
And welcome back to the Fortin Center. Rocky on top, 13-10, Bruce. I thought that was an awful quick 6.5 minutes there that start this ball game.
Well, no free throws, not very much. Well, I guess there was a couple free throws, but there was hardly any stoppage times, not many turnovers, and the Battling Bears have jumped out to a quick early lead.
And there goes McGree to the hole. A little short, rebound Francis.
This is a big game tonight for Rocky, especially. You know, they're a half a game now behind Montana Western in the standings. They need to win this to kind of keep pace with them to try to get that second spot and home court advantage at least through 2 rounds of the Frontier tournament.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of people don't realize, just how important that home court advantage is. Going into that Frontier Conference tournament, that game last night with Carroll I thought was huge in that respect.
Yeah, and that was the rubber match.
Nice little give and go there for Corpus getting on the scoreboard. And I look for a lot of exciting things out of her, a freshman out of Boise.
Yeah, true freshman out of Boise. I remember last year she was here on a recruiting trip during the national tournament. And what kind of recruiting edge was that for West Hill?
And we're going to have a tie-up. It's going to go to the Battling Bears.
Our officials tonight, as assigned by the Frontier Conference, and Mike Fisher, the head of officials, Tommy Dwyer, Kevin Flato out of Helena, Brian Williams right here out of Billings. Good officiating crew tonight.
Chamberlain takes it to the hole. Going to be a little short.
Okay, now what high school did Alicia go to? I want to see if you get this right. Now you got to be careful.
Alicia Chamberlain, Custer County High School.
Yeah, you got it. Too many people say Miles City. It's Custer County High School. And she has really had a great couple years for the Battling Bears.
Nice move by Coverdale, just a little strong off the glass. Gets her old rebound. And McGree is going to have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play here, Bruce.
You know, you work hard like that to get that offensive rebound, and then this is how you paid back. You get a basket, and you get a chance at a three-point play. And, you know, with our
Opportunity Bank replay.
Opportunity Bank replay. Our great friends at Opportunity Bank all across the state of Montana.
As McGree completes that three-point play. Alexi Smith into the game for the Bears.
Marketa Francis, she can shoot the three. It's amazing. She has great range.
Shot clock at 6 as Chamberlain gets it in the paint through traffic, up and good. Tough move there as Chamberlain has 4 points. 17-13, Bruce. This game, quite a few points being scored there. And there's 2 by Courtney Coverdale. She has 4 points as well.
Off the glass, banked. I think she called that one, though. I'll give her credit on that. They can score, the Coverdale twins. And they're a foul way out from the hoop.
Hannah Sparks picking that one up.
I think that's what coaches don't like to see, is when you're fouling somebody that far away from the basket. They don't like any fouls, but you know, one final already in Frontier Conference play. Montana Western wins this afternoon 68-55 over the University of Providence. So a big win for Lindsay Woolley's squad down in Dillon at Stroud Gymnasium.
As Corpus is going to turn it over and the Diggers come back the other way. First turnover on Rocky. Crawford back into the game for Tech. Potter put it up. Coach Keller calling for one shot here.
The Battling Bears come into this one ranked 15th in the country. Highest ranking in school history, Bob. And going for win number 20 tonight under Wes Keller.
And we'll talk a little bit about those rankings later, Bruce. Michaela Jones goes up for 2 on the floater. And that one just short on the desperation. And that is 9 for her. 19-15, Rocky on top. And you're watching the Wayland Tire Game of the Week on S. It's not.
This is advice my parents gave to me.
They start becoming more aware of what their money is doing and what they're doing with their money.
It's relative, it's timely, it's fresh.
Very engaging, it's easy to follow, and it's interesting.
A lot of our classes are preparing us for college and to think, but this one is preparing us for life.
Our mission here at Opportunity Bank is to provide strong financial futures for Montanans, and we believe that financial literacy plays a big role in that.
In the 1950s, people thought cigarettes were harmless. Today, it's e-cigarettes. Vaping is highly addictive. Plus, there's diethylene glycol used in antifreeze. Lead, formaldehyde, acetone, carcinogens, and toxic chemicals in the vapor. E-cigarettes are not regulated. Corporate tobacco hasn't changed their game, just their technology. If you want to quit, call the Quit line for free help and FDA-approved medications.
Truck manufacturers these days are producing some pretty powerful trucks. That's why we designed the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It's built with stronger advanced compounds that hold up to tougher conditions. The Defender LTX MS has outstanding all-season traction and excellent fuel efficiency backed by our 70,000-mile warranty. So whether it's a working truck or you're hauling your snowmobile or boat, you'll get the most out of every mile. Turn to the experts to find the right Michelin tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
19-15 here on First Interstate Bank Court. Want to welcome everyone to the Wayland Tire Game of the Week here on SWX, as that is going to be Courtney Coverdale with a big three-pointer, and the Diggers get back to within one, Bruce.
Yeah, see, we talked about that in the pregame, that they can shoot the basketball, and they can shoot you in and shoot you out. And if they're on a roll, they're awful tough to beat.
Yeah. Okay. Justin Jewell gets the ball in the post as she turns off the glass, no good, and it's going to be Zard with the rebound.
You know, it's good to see Justin Jewell healthy and playing. She's really taken to her role coming off the bench early in the ball game and providing some spark, making a three-pointer, playing great defense, and it's good to see her holding up with those knee problems that she's had.
Yes, it is. She struggled last year, and another steal by Michaela Jones, as she's going to pick up her 11th point of the night.
And 4 turnovers now on Montana Tech in this one. That's really hurt them, because the Batman Bears are turning those into points.
And Jewell gets a hand on that one. Williams into the game for the Montana Tech. Williams with it. A true freshman out of White Sulphur.
Montana Tech really scrapping tonight, Bob, to get those offensive boards and getting second chances.
Landak comes in for McGree.
Crowd continuing to come in here at the Fortin Education Center. Should have a good one tonight.
I think so. We got a whistle away from the ball. Bruce going to be on the baseline. Looks like it's going to be against Rocky.
Kevin Flato making that call. Kevin played in the Frontier at Montana Western after starting his career on the football team at Montana State for Mike Kramer.
Coverdale's three is going to miss it all and go out of bounds, as Rocky will have it in the backcourt.
You would have been deadly with the three when you were playing.
I'm glad they didn't have that line when I was playing.
You never would have gone inside.
Farsfeet's going to set things up out on top. She's been kind of quiet as she puts that one up, and it's going to be rebounded in there. Zard, she just tough inside. I really like her rebounding ability inside. She's one of those kids, Bruce, that has a nose for where the basketball is.
Yeah, she does, and she knows her role. She's going to keep it down low, and she's going to be their big man, so to speak.
Shot clock winding down. Coverdale a little bit rushed on that free throw line jumper there. Bears come back the other way. Nice assist there from Haley Farsfeet. The basket by Ebony Jackson. Media timeout. Rocky on top, 23-18 with 7:14 to go. You're on Wayland Tire Game of the Week on SWX.
If you got $5, you could get 9.96 inches of sandwich. Woo! Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, dog, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Hardee's. If you got $5, you could fill up on a gas station burrito that tastes like diesel in sadness. Or you can choose a real meal with 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Hardee's.
My financial education basically just consisted of advice my parents gave to me.
They start becoming more aware of what their money is doing and what they're doing with their money.
It's relative, it's timely, it's fresh.
Very engaging, it's easy to follow, and it's interesting.
A lot of our classes are preparing us for college and to think, but this one is preparing us for life.
Our mission here at Opportunity Bank is to provide strong financial futures for Montanans, and we believe that financial literacy plays a big role in that.
And welcome back here. Rocky on top, 23-18. Some scores around the Frontier Conference. It is a couple of finals. Western gets Providence, both men and women. The women 68-55 and the men 77-67.
So that puts Steve Keller's squad back into a first-place tie with Carson Cunningham and the Carroll College Fighting Saints, both at 10-4 in Frontier Conference play. The next couple weeks, Bob's going to be great to watch.
And a jumper there by Crawford. Far's feet. Smith to Jackson. Jackson with a nice move there, but can't finish. Landek's going to come down with the rebound, and it looks like it's going to be a turnover on Tech. 5 turnovers on Tech, and Rocky will get the ball back underneath their own basket here.
That's a little bit of a break there for Rocky Mountain College, leading at 23-20.
Far's feet gets it into Jones.
On the Tobacco Quit Line scoreboard.
Jones goes to Francis.
Now Markey scored early, and that's really only her second shot. Another turnover back to Rocky.
That's Michaela. It's got to be getting close to a double-double in steals and points, Bruce. I wouldn't have to check that.
Boy, she is such an explosive player. Coverdale, Landek have both had great seasons for Montana Tech, and when you look at this Rocky squad, they've had a couple people step up as of late. But who do you look at as maybe the season MVP for this basketball team?
Oh, I would say at this point you got to go with Haley Farsfeet. She didn't score much to start with, Bruce, but she did a lot of other things. Got the ball to people that were scoring. And she stepped up here lately and been scoring pretty big, and she's just kind of the glue of the team, I think.
I'd have to agree with you. She's had some big games. There was a time when she was down in Arizona, she was like 1 for 19 from the field. And, good shooters shoot themselves out of it. They don't stop shooting. They just shoot themselves and keep shooting until it comes back. And I just think she has a beautiful looking jump shot.
Tech with the basketball. It's Peoples, another kind of popular Butte name. As Potter's going to lose it off her hands, out of bounds.
Yeah, the Peoples family in Butte. Donnie and Don, and Donnie over at Butte Central, the head football coach. Just a good man, good family.
Rocky brings it up here. Close ball game. We talked about that, Bruce, as Tech just kind of hangs around as a team and can always make it interesting at the end. And Markela Francis with a big basket there for Rocky as she picks up her 4th point, but she has a chance at the 3-point play here as well.
You know how, if I looked at this Montana Tech basketball team under Carly Sandin, I would say one word: gritty. They just keep coming at you. They're just gritty, and they never give up, and they're always, they're usually in every game.
And the free throw good. As she picks up her 5th point. Peoples with it. Into Zard. And Zard comes right back on Francis. One of those, if you can do it, I can do it, as we get the replay here from Opportunity Bank. Nice.
Real physical, Zard underneath, and she'll have a chance at that 3-point play.
And she converts it. Zard with 5 points on the night as well.
You sound like a broken record.
Well, I might be broken, Bruce, but I'm not a record.
And, Rocky kind of gets on a little bit of a run, and then Tech comes back, and there we'll see a foul, and we'll shoot a couple more free throws. We didn't have a lot of free throws early, Bob. Now there's a ton of them as we take a look at the Opportunity Bank replay. And there we see the drive to the basket and a couple free throws now upcoming for Rocky Mountain College.
Great camera work there by our crew, Bruce.
Checking back into the Baton Bears, number 33, Alicia Chamberlain.
And coming up at halftime, we'll have our first Interstate Bank halftime report.
Going to talk with Jason Petrino, the head football coach at Rocky Mountain College. Just signed 43 young men for scholarships at Rocky Mountain College. Play football for the Batlin Bears.
And we're going to have a tie up here, and the possession arrow is going to favor Rocky. Courtney Coverdale coming back in here.
I like watching these to see if they're offensive minded on their inbounds play. Can they score, or are they just trying to get it in? And a whistle.
And Zard will pick up her first personal foul. And they're going to say that was on the floor. Rocky will inbound it, so they're going to get another try at that inbounds play, Bruce.
See what they do different this time. They basically get it in. That was a good look inside, and Batlin Bears missed the layup.
As McGree comes back the other way for Tech. And McGree picks up her 5th point of the night. Farsfield will bring it, set things up for Rocky. We got a 1-point ball game, Bruce. Rocky may have missed a backdoor. There's Brooke Jones cut back door. Shot clock at 6, Bruce.
It's been a pretty successful play this year for Rocky Mountain College. The back door, and when you have bigs like Francis and Jones that can pass the ball as well as they do, and you got cutters to the basket, you're going to get some open layups. Alicia Chamberlain now will shoot a couple.
From Custer County High School. She gets that first one.
Checking in for the Baton Bears, number 42, Justin.
She's 3 for 3 from the line here tonight for 5 points. Alicia, second one in and out. And Zard there for the rebound for Montana Tech. Tech could take the lead with a 3 on this or tie it with a 2 on this possession. They have not led in this ball game. Well, I guess they did at the beginning, didn't they? Sorry about that.
1-0 and 4-2.
4-2. Lob into Zard. Nice up and under move by Zard. She picks up her 7th point. And we're tied up, Bruce. 27 all.
Hanging around. Montana Tech staying in this game.
And a big block there by Potter.
Quite a nice contingent of fans from Montana Tech here tonight in the Fortin Education Center watching this Frontier Conference action. And that's going to be a turnover.
As she picks up her 2nd personal foul. 2nd turnover. Tech will bring it across. They can take the lead here. We're tied at 27. And McGree, free throw line jumper. It's good as Montana Tech goes on top. McGree with 7 points. Brooke Jones on the penetration. Kicks back out. Jewel, a very good free throw shooter, or three-point shooter, didn't get that one up. She's blocked inside. I believe that was Potter.
Well, the Battling Bears have gone stagnant. Good defensive effort here by Montana Tech.
And that one's going to be saved by Zard. And McGree puts it up.
You know, right now, Montana Tech is playing harder than Rocky Mountain College. They're getting the loose balls, they're getting second chance opportunities, and they're playing great defense.
And they'll have the basketball underneath their own basket here. Coverdale inbounds it. Gets it out to Sparks. Sparks, free throw line jumper, going to be off. And Potter there with the rebound. And it's going to be a turnover. It'll be a travel. 7 turnovers on Tech here in the first half. Tech on top by 2. Chamberlain, big block by Potter. And a little too much body there, Bruce, and Chamberlain will go to the line. Yes. Potter picks up her second foul. And the Opportunity Bank replay, as you could see, she got all ball, but a lot of contact on the body.
Chamberlain now has missed her last 2 free throws. She'll have 1 more. 4 points for the Custer County Cowboy. She makes her second.
Now you're wrong there, because they're the Cowgirls.
Cowgirls, okay, all right.
1 point ball game, Tech on top. Coverdale for 3, good. Courtney Coverdale, her second 3-pointer of the night, Bruce. She has 10. Chamberlain. They set it up out on top. A minute to go here in the first half. As Tech has jumped out to a 4-point lead. Jewel's shot's going to be short. And Tech, like you said, Bruce, just outplaying Rocky right now.
Yeah, and the Battling Bears are getting 1 shot. They're not getting any offensive rebound opportunities. Those second chance points.
And Zard gets another offensive board. And Coverdale gets another 3-pointer. That's her third 3-pointer of the night. 13 points on the evening.
We talked about her in the pregame. The Coverdales get going, shooting the threes. Montana Tech's really good.
Jones out on top. She'll take it for 1 shot here as the shot clock is turned off. Goes underneath to Marqueta Francis as she puts up the 3, no good. At the buzzer and at the end of the first half, Tech on top by 7 points, 35-28. In favor of Montana Tech here at halftime on the Wayland Tire Game of the Week on SWX. Stick around with us for our First Interstate Bank halftime report.
This is the all-new Chevy Equinox. It offers rear seat reminder, built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi, Apple CarPlay compatibility, and Teen Driver technology. It's crazy. Now to get all these features, you'd need all 6 of those crossovers.
That's insane.
Yep, and you still wouldn't get everything that's in this Equinox.
Wow. 6 cars in one.
Get 0% financing for 60 months or $2,250 total cash allowance on this Equinox LT when you finance with GM Financial. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy.
Did you know Northwestern Energy adds that skunky, rotten egg smell to natural gas so you can detect a leak? Natural gas is safe.
But leaks can be dangerous. So if you think you smell a gas leak, follow these safety tips.
Do not attempt to locate the leak. Do not use any electrical switches, appliances, or an open flame.
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy.
Together,
we can deliver a brighter future.
In 1968, Homer Scott Sr. purchased a small bank in Sheridan, Wyoming. That endeavor was the start of First Interstate Bank. Homer knew that the bank would only be as strong as the communities it served. Today, Homer's credo still holds true. First Interstate has donated more than $50 million and 154,000 volunteer hours to nonprofit organizations and the communities it serves. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.
Okay. And we're back at the Fortin Education Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College, where Montana Tech has a 35-28 lead at the half over the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College. We're joined now by a special guest, Jason Petrino, the head football coach at Rocky Mountain College, and a guy that has had a smile on his face this week, signing 43 student athletes to your football team, Jason, and you have to say that would be a great, huge success.
Yeah, no, obviously definitely excited after last year's class, brought in a big number and kind of were able to generate a lot of momentum from that last year's class. And the momentum continued. Our staff did a great job going out and identifying student athletes that fit what we're looking for. And that was the exciting part. As guys kind of came onto campus, they felt the energy, they felt the direction, they loved everything that was happening here. And like I said, we don't really sell anything. We just provide them opportunity. And the guys, as they came in, really loved the opportunity that Rocky can provide for them, both academically and athletically.
Yeah, you had a great season last year, finishing second after being picked 6th or 7th in the preseason polls, which don't mean anything. But you ended up getting some big wins at the end of the year, including a win over Montana Tech on a last-second field goal. But as you went into the recruiting era this year, what did you feel that the needs were for Rocky Mountain College?
Well, one of the big ones was we needed to improve our numbers at our defensive line. Our defensive line numbers were just thin. We had some high-level talent, but just not a lot of bodies there. And so we definitely identified that as a position in need. Our offensive line is always going to be something. We looked at, we had 3 seniors in this fall class. We brought in a big number of linemen last year, but we still wanted to bring another big batch of offensive linemen, knowing that in the next 2 years, those kids can develop and be the glue for us over the next 4- and 5-year period. And then we really wanted to find some guys that could stretch the field a little bit at receiver position. So we found some guys that had that ability and guys that could get vertical, which is definitely exciting for a quarterback. And then we had to find a kicker too. Griff graduating, so we had to identify a kicker. We did that, and then just kind of tried to improve our athleticism at linebacker, and so that was a plus as well.
Well, and as you look at it, did you feel you got those needs and you got the type of players, offensive line? You got one guy that was 6'8", 340. Yeah. And I looked at him when he was on campus, and he looked like a mountain.
Yeah, the SS McGuinn. I mean, he's a battleship for sure. But no, just exciting. Just one of those things. We met in Bozeman at the camps last summer and kind of had a couple kids that he played high school football with already here, either on our campus or coming in this part of this class. And was just kind of looking for the right spot for him and reached out to Coach P and came onto our campus and liked everything that was going on here and wanted to be a part of it.
And it's a battle in the recruiting wars. You've got Montana, Montana State, you've got Montana Tech, which has had great success, Carroll College, MSU Northern, Montana Western, and Rocky, all looking for football players in the state. So you ventured out a little bit, and one area is the Phoenix area, and I know those Phoenix guys that come up here on the recruiting trips just love the snow.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Well, the funny part about it is, 2 years ago we got an experience, Braxton Vanichewski, and you'll get a chance to see him play this fall. He's in our aviation program, but his dad's a head coach. Became the head coach at Hamilton High School, and so we had a lot of insight on some of those kids. And the crazy part, they had a lot of traffic, as I call it in recruiting. There were a lot of schools talking to them. They took a lot of visits, and they left some money on the table. They just really liked everything that was happening here. They fit exactly what we were looking for, especially in the O-line, D-line position. But then we were able to, Stutz, when he went down there, was able to spread out a little bit and was identify some kids, playmaker kids. And that's the exciting part. It starts with a couple years ago and big number this year, and hopefully we can continue that.
You're watching the First Interstate Bank halftime show, and from First Interstate Bank Court on the campus of Rocky Mountain College, the Fortin Education Center. We're joined now by head football coach Jason Petrino, and Montana Tech leading at 35-28 at the half. And Jason, let's talk about some initial guys that have come in. They're on campus right now. You signed 7 mid-year transfers. One of them, the last year's Gatorade Player of the Year in Nathan Dent.
Yeah, Nathan's just been, we literally recruited him for 2 years. Great kid, high character, hard-working kid, and obviously successful on the football field. Yeah, just kind of blessed. I mean, in the right spot in the right time, I guess, and as he was kind of looking for something, and I think we were close a year ago, honestly. And he had that opportunity, and he wanted to at least try, and did it. And, you know, obviously had success when he was in Missoula. I mean, he was voted the Offensive Scout Player of the Year, so that's somebody that usually red shirts and has to be the scout guy and give the looks every week. And so those are the things that those are all the things that we were excited about and the type of competitor he was. And, you know, he's been in our weight room for a month, and he's just tearing it up, and that's the exciting part.
Well, congratulations on a wonderful class. And, you know, I guess we'll talk more about these guys in 3 or 4 years, depending on how they do.
And I just literally got here from the Metro. I was at the wrestling the last 2 days. So it was still recruiting. Still, it's never over, but that's okay.
And you got out of your singlet in time to be here.
That's right.
Head football coach Jason Petrino of the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College. You're watching our First Interstate Bank halftime show where Montana Tech leads at halftime over the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears 35-28. We're going to take a break and step back. You're watching our Wayland Tire SWX Game of the Week. Come back with us shortly.
Let me introduce you to the BF Goodrich All-Terrain TA KO2 tire. With technology designed to conquer the harshest terrain on Earth, the KO2 is BF Goodrich's toughest all-terrain tire ever. And now, that Baja-born toughness is ready for you. Whether you're at work or at play, take on your toughest road challenges with confidence. Turn to the experts at Wayland Tire to find the right BF Goodrich tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
What it takes to win is just a total commitment.
It takes, obviously, a lot of preparation.
Focus is everything. It's a high-level game. Tobacco impedes on everything you do in life, whether it's school, sports, work.
Our generation is going to be the next face of America, so refocusing on a tobacco-free generation is really crucial to our future as a country.
I'm refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
Refocus on a tobacco-free generation.
I am refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
I'm refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
Welcome back to the Fortin Education Center at Rocky Mountain College, our First Interstate Bank halftime report on our Wayland Tire SWX College Game of the Week, with Montana Tech leading 35-28 at halftime. And, you know, really the Battling Bears kind of just hit a lull, Bob, as we take a look at these stats. And Montana Tech, you're going to give them credit. They made a couple big threes and really took the game away from Rocky in that first half.
Well, I think you pretty well hit the nail on the head, Bruce. About midway through that second period, they just started out playing, out hustling Rocky, and you know, defensively, I thought they did a great job, and defense creates offense, I've always said. So just a great effort, I think, by them. But shooting a little bit better from the field as well. You know, both teams pretty even there, around the 40% mark. But, you know, if you look at this game on paper, it's about as close as it is on the scoreboard, really.
Yeah, 8 turnovers for Montana Tech, 3 for the Battling Bears and Rocky. But Montana Tech took advantage of some of those turnovers. And, you know, Zard played very well. Coverdale played well in that first half. McGree hit a couple big shots. They got some play off their bench, and you know that was impressive in the first half.
And I'll tell you, the play off the bench is a huge difference. 22 bench points for Tech and 4 for Rocky in that first half, and that's a huge difference. I mean, 35 points for Tech and 22 of them came off their bench.
You know, as you look at this game, Bob, I don't know, do you think that maybe a little bit of a hangover from last night's overtime loss to Carroll College for the Battling Bears, who have beaten Tech twice this year?
Well, I think it is. You know, and I said earlier in the game, as we got some replays going here, Bruce, on the Opportunity Bank replay board, I said at the beginning of the broadcast, we'll see how the legs are for Rocky, because there's a lot of girls for Rocky who played a lot of minutes last night, and hard minutes. You know, and that's tough. You know, that was Rocky's first loss at First Interstate Bank Court this year.
You know, Coverdale, both the Coverdales have had a good first half, and You know, when we talked about our pregame notes and who, you know, what were the keys to the game, we talked about them. And then we talked about for Rocky, for Brooke Jones and Markayla Francis. Brooke Jones didn't score in that first half. And Markayla Francis, I believe, had 5.
Yeah, you know, you take Michaela Jones out of there with those 11 points, 3 steals and 3 rebounds. Rocky's in trouble.
Yeah, they really are. And the crowd continuing to come in. You hear the pep band at Rocky Mountain College under the direction of Travis Hale. The cheerleaders are here tonight. It's, you know, really kind of warmed up. You know, it's so warm down here.
Got
25
up at least 20,
degrees.
didn't it?
Yeah, geez. People are outside in their Speedos because it's so nice. But 25 degrees still is a ways away for me to consider it being a nice day.
It was 4 below when I walked out of here last night.
Wow. And that makes you want to stay here. We could have put you up in here.
Yeah, we could.
Well, the First Interstate Bank Court, there you see it on the campus of Rocky Mountain College, and it's our First Interstate Bank halftime show. We're going to step away, and when we come back, we'll be set to go with our second half. The score at halftime, Montana Tech 35, Rocky Mountain College 28. Back with more on the Wayland Tire SWX Game of the Week.
My name's Philip Davis. I'm from Boone, North Carolina, and I'm a senior in the Aeronautical Science program.
My name is Margaret Cleveland. I'm a freshman from Broadview, Montana.
Hi, I'm Melvin Ware, a senior from Dunmore, Montana.
Did you know that RMC awarded over $11 million in scholarships this year?
Did you know that 99% of Rocky students receive scholarships?
Thank you for enabling us to be first-generation college students.
Thank you for your investment in our Impact Today, Transform Tomorrow campaign in support of our new facilities.
Thank you for giving me a chance.
Thank you!
How do you get from here to here? Start with fresh produce sliced with precision. Add a signature sauce combining sweet chili, coconut, lime, and a hint of ginger. Served on rice with our mix of fresh, crisp vegetables. And bring it all together. Sweet Thai shrimp. That's how you get Thailand to Great Falls in just a few minutes. Express yourself. Noodle Express.
Hey man, got some chew?
No, man. This stuff's dangerous.
Hey, can I get a zip?
No way.
Why not?
Give me one good reason.
It's full of toxic chemicals.
It rots your teeth, and it causes cancer.
Prove it.
It says so right in the can.
But why do you do it?
So then why do you chew?
Network affiliates for today's game: SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, and Yakima. We are happy to have you enjoying us for this game from Wayland Tire. And also, Bruce, coming up later, we will pick our Montana Chevy dealers play of the game, as well as the Northwestern Energy player of the game.
Yeah, SWX around the state of Montana. We've heard from some fans in the Butte area. Joe and Therese McClafferty, of course, and Neil and Debbie Peterson down in Helena, and Rochelle Sayers, Carson Cunningham watching tonight. And it's just great to be able to be on SWX, Bob, and bring these games from the Frontier Conference and great high school games around the state of Montana. So it's really been wonderful. There you see the coaching staffs from both teams, and we're ready to go. And it'll be Montana Tech basketball to start the second half.
And it looks like both starting lineups out there for the respective teams. As Rocky's going to come out into a 2-3 zone defense here to start this, and we're going to have a kick ball.
Well, you can't do that.
Yeah, they do it.
That's
in
why
soccer.
that darn whistle was blown, right?
They do it in soccer all the time.
That's right. Well, you know, the soccer teams were out here having practice this afternoon.
Yeah, they almost got me with a ball.
You get hit with a soccer ball with a college soccer player. It hurts.
I bet. And a turnover inside by Tech. That's their ninth turnover of the ball game. First one of this second half. Rocky's first possession. As they look inside. Far's feet directing traffic, gets it into Francis. Left-handed jump hook, no good. And there's Zard with another defensive rebound for the Diggers, and they come back and set it up with Crawford on top.
It's been a long time since the Batman Bears have scored a basket here.
As Kaylin Coverdale puts up one on the baseline, it's good. As she has her third point of the night. And the Diggers stretch this out. Their biggest lead of the night, 9 points. And Francis gets one inside on the assist from Farsfeet. She has 7 on the night. Rocky staying in this 2-3 zone defense. Zard with it out on top. Penetration, dumps underneath Potter. Stolen away in there by Chamberlain. I think that's what Rocky's going to have to do, Bruce, to get back in this ball game. They're going to have to pick it up on the defensive end a little bit.
Yeah, Montana Tech has been getting some wide open looks, and there you see the Batman Bears going right back inside again. And Arcela Francis misses.
As the Bears wanting to establish that inside game against Potter. Kick outside, long shot, no good. Rebound, Brooke Jones.
You know, before this one's over, Brooke Jones will have something to say about it. She's way too talented to have 0 points here in the first half.
And we got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Haley Crawford. That'll be 3 on her, Bruce. That's big as she picks that third one up right away here. And Sparks and Courtney Coverdale come into the ball game for Tech.
Yeah, I like the game plan that Carly Sandins put together tonight for this one. She is really showing her color. She's really an up-and-comer coach.
Michaela Francis picks up her 13th of the night. Rocky back to within 5. Staying in the zone defense. Diggers get it inside, now kick back outside, and it is a long 2-pointer by Sparks, her 4th point. Michaela Jones will set it as Farsfeet will go down on the baseline. Farsfeet, Brooke Jones. Brooke kicks out to Michaela Jones. She goes up, blocked in there by Sparks, gets it back, puts it up. 15 points for Michaela.
She's kind of kept them in it tonight.
She's definitely kept them in it. Got nearly half their points. Coverdale with a nice move inside, but it's blocked by Francis.
Take a look at our Opportunity Bank replay. There you see the ball knocked out of bounds.
And a long 3-pointer is up and good by Landeck. Her second 3-pointer of the night. She has 6.
That's a good-looking jump shot for Landeck.
Chamberlain takes it to the hole, puts it up off the glass. It's good. As Chamberlain, I believe, 8 points. Diggers come back the other way. Kind of a back and forth game here. Coverdale with it, free throw. Sparks kicks it outside. 3-pointers up, no good. Rebound comes down to Farsfeet.
You know, they're taking the ball inside, and their shooters are lining up, and they're getting their feet set to shoot the 3-pointers, and they're getting some real good looks.
Farsfeet pulls up off the glass. It's good for Haley. And she has 5. Back to a 4-point ball game.
Don't worry about her, Haley. Not as much, no.
And McGree will come back into the ball game, replacing Landeck.
And McGree had a pretty good first half.
Yes, she did.
9 points off the bench. They had great bench support in that first half, the Ore Diggers.
22 points off their bench as Coverdale tries to go baseline. Gets cut off there. Kicks back out to her twin sister. And Zard there with a rebound and a new shot clock.
I'd like to say a special hello tonight to the Blackheaders in Butte, Montana.
McGree with a big jump through step, gets it to Zard. Rebound Chamberlain. And Farsfeet calls the play. Haley looks underneath, nothing there, kicks back out to Jones. That one's going to be off Marqueta Francis. We're going to have a media timeout on the floor. It's Montana Tech 42, Rocky 38. Okay, we're going to stay. Okay. Bruce, we'd like to once again welcome our network affiliates for today's game. SWX in Billings, Opportunity Bank, as well as our halftime replay, I guess I should say. Chevy Dealer, they are our play of the game. And the Montana Tobacco Quitline scoreboard as well. They do a great job. And Northwestern Energy, our player of the game. And Bruce, you keeping track on that one?
You know, yeah, I am. And
all right.
So I haven't got one yet. And
okay.
Also First Interstate Bank, this is the court that the two teams are playing on tonight, First Interstate Bank court. But what great sponsors of collegiate and high school athletics across the state on SWX. And you know, one of the companies that I have such an affinity for is Northwestern Energy, and the support that they give to the MHSA and also to the Frontier Conference. I'd like to say a special hello too to Kent Paulson, our commissioner, who has done such a great job with the Frontier Conference. And there you see some of the fans on hand tonight. And this place will fill up before the night's over.
Tech will get the ball to start go here after that timeout on the floor. As Sparks has it, goes far side to McGree. And there's Zard with that nice soft jumper. She picks up two more inside. She has 9 points on the evening. Back to a 6-point lead, and Tech comes back with a little 2-2-1 full court pressure here. Not a lot of pressure, just a little passive pressure to take some time off the shot clock. And Markayla Francis will be fouled on the shot. She'll shoot two.
You know, you've got a chance to watch a lot of high school basketball in the state of Montana as we take a look at our Opportunity Bank replay. Nice job by Markayla Francis. She got the ball down low and got the shot away and really had a chance to get a three-point opportunity.
And Markayla going to be off on that free throw. She is a 67% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 8 points and 7 rebounds per game. Gets the second one to fall. She has 8 points. 5-point Tech lead here.
But, you know, getting back to the high school, as we see another turnover, number 9, or 10 on Montana Tech. What's the best high school basketball team you've ever seen? And you can be, you know, because I know you coach one that's pretty darn good. But is there a team that you can look back on and say, boy, that was as good a team as there's ever been in the state of Montana?
You know, Bruce, I'm really going to date myself here. Going to date you too, because you're probably going to remember it. But the team that sticks out in my mind is a nice drive there by Haley Farsfeet as she picks up 2. Got a replay coming here from Opportunity Bank.
That's her second personal foul. Team third. At the line for the Battle Bears, number 11, Haley Farsfeet.
Just like the looks of her shot. It's just it's quick. She's got a nice jumper and a chance here to 3-point play.
And she converts it.
5.5 for Haley Farsfeet.
Back to a 2-point ball game. We'll get back to that high school thing here in a second. Coverdale's long shot is missed, and we're going to have a foul. It's going to go against Courtney Coverdale. But I said I was going to date myself, Bruce. I'm going to go back to the Laurel Locomotives in about 1968, 69, somewhere back in there, under Coach Don Peterson. I just, that team sticks out in my mind a little bit.
Don Peterson had great success both coaching boys and girls at Laurel.
Bears can take the lead with a three-pointer here. They dump it underneath. Francis goes up, partially blocked in there, I believe, by Zard. Got a hand on that ball. Sparks gets it quickly to McGree. Back to Coverdale for three. And Jewell with the rebound.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I'm going to go not as far back, but I'm going to say one of those Reed Point teams that you coached that won so many games in a row with the Bursimas and crew.
Yeah, we had a nice group of girls there. Great parents as well. Francis with the shot.
Some of these shots haven't even been.
Looked like me shooting there, I'll tell you.
In the county.
Potter, nice head shoulders fake there. And she's going to be fouled. She'll go up the line to shoot a couple.
Opportunity bank replay. You see the move to the basket. Nice ball fake to go up and under, and couldn't get it to go down, but she'll have a couple free throws.
Potter, 91% free throw shooter, Bruce. She is 41 of 45 from the free throw line this year.
Probably not the one I would have fouled with Potter getting the basket or the first free throw.
I was actually going to check and see how she's standing in the nation there, but I didn't get it done. But that's pretty good.
I would guess at the end of the game, she'll spend a lot of time on the court with the great free throw ability that she has. Her first 2 points of the game.
Tech goes back on top by 4. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third period. Tech has led all the way this third period. Their biggest lead, 9 points. Michaela Jones goes up and it's knocked around, and the Diggers pick it up. Up ahead to Coverdale, and it's going to be Coverdale. Kaylin Coverdale picks up 2 more, her 5th point of the night. Michaela Jones with it. Michaela has kept Rocky into this game as she gets 2 more on the drive. And that'll be 17 points for Michaela on the timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here on the Wayland Tire Game of the Week here on SWX, Bruce, in the Frontier Conference. And we got some scores from around the league at halftime. Here at Rocky, it was 35-28. And a couple of finals on the women's side. It was Western over Providence 68-55. And on the men's side, it was Western 77, Providence 67 for finals there. Those afternoon games, Bruce, how do they get away with playing in the afternoon? They get to take their whole evening off, and we got to work.
Well, you know, I'll tell you why. There's a simple reason. You know, they wanted a lot of the Saturday games to be in the afternoon, and as the athletic director at Rocky, I was a little opposed to it because there's so many high school games that are going on in the afternoon, and I didn't want to compete with the high school games, so I figured that if they're playing at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, that they'll come over here to the Fortin Education Center and watch Rocky play at night. So, yeah, I know anytime we make a trip, it's a long ways as we see the replay here on the Opportunity Bank replay, but I don't mind people having to make that drive home from Billings afterwards.
Great transition play there on that replay. Tech ball in the backcourt with the 4-point lead here in the third period. And the ball's going to be stolen. Michaela Jones once again takes it to the hole, can't finish. And Farsfeet with the nice follow and the rebound. Minute to go here in the third period.
11 turnovers now in Montana Tech.
Far feed, big block in there by Potter. And it's stolen right back by Brooke Jones.
And Potter's making a difference out there. She made those 2 free throws, and defensively, she's played very well.
She's altered a lot of, I don't know how many blocks she's got. I'll look that up, but she's altered a lot of shots here in this ball game. As Rocky will get another shot clock, they get it underneath. Michaela Jones is fouled.
There's a good look there from Brooke Jones to Michaela Jones. She'll shoot a couple of free throws. Brooke Jones still has not scored, Bob.
That personal foul going against Kaylin Coverdale, her second.
Ebony Jackson getting set to come in for Rocky Mountain College.
Makeda, 87% free throw shooter, and she struggled last night, Bruce, and hits the back iron on that one as well.
Rocky, that really hurt him last night late in the ball game when they missed the number of free throws. As she gets the second.
That's stealing.
3-point ball game here as the third quarter winding down. As Sparks will set it up, goes to Potter. Rocky back into a 2-3 zone defense. They go inside. We got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Ebony Jackson. 7.6 here on the clock.
That's really a good foul because they had a foul to give before they go into the.
Sparks gets it into Coverdale. Coverdale with it as she puts it up, and Ebony Jackson gets it up ahead to Jones, and Jones puts it up off the glass. It's good.
Wow.
Great pass. I think that all has to start with Ebony Jackson to Michaela Jones. At the end of 3, it's Tech 48, Rocky 47 on our Montana Tobacco Quint line scoreboard.
Truck manufacturers these days are producing some pretty powerful trucks. That's why we designed the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It's built with stronger advanced compounds that hold up to tougher conditions. The Defender LTX MS has outstanding all-season traction and excellent fuel efficiency backed by our 70,000-mile warranty. So whether it's a working truck or you're hauling your snowmobile or boat, you'll get the most out of every mile. Turn to the experts to find the right Michelin tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
From the 2 trucks over here, I want you to pick a new truck for your mom or dad, knowing that they could possibly pass it down to you one day.
Cool.
But before you decide, you should know that Chevy Silverados are the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road, which means that Ford F-150s are not. Which truck would you pick?
The Chevy. The Chevy. The Chevy. That was obvious.
Get a total value of over $9,600 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy.
Did you know Northwestern Energy adds that skunky, rotten egg smell to natural gas so you can detect a leak? Natural gas is safe.
But leaks can be dangerous. So if you think you smell a gas leak, follow these safety tips.
Do not attempt to locate the leak. Do not use any electrical switches, appliances, or an open flame.
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy.
Together.
Together.
Together, we can deliver a brighter future.
48-47. We got 10 minutes of regulation basketball left, Bruce. We only had an overtime last night. I don't know if my throat can handle another one here tonight.
Well, and you got another game to do, too, the men's game.
And we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor Tech. You know, Bruce, we talked a little bit about it. I want to just talk a little bit about the radio crew from Butte. Paul Panisco, I think he's probably the best announcer in the state of Montana. And here tonight, along with Coach Thatcher and just a great friend. I told him last year, I says, you know, Coach, I got one regret in life, and that is I didn't get to meet you sooner.
Yeah.
You know, just a great shot there by Coverdale, but just a shout out to the guys behind us. I really appreciate what they do for the Frontier Conference, and Just a couple of great guys.
Yeah, just it's good to see John Thatcher back in the Fortin Education Center. He's battled some health issues, and we just love the guy.
And it's going to be Ebony Jackson getting fouled on the shot underneath.
And you know, Paul Panisco and John Thatcher will be working for you during the Women's National Tournament, March 14th through the 20th at Rocky Mountain College at the, or hosted by Rocky Mountain College and Visit Billings, and it's going to be at the Rimrock Auto Arena. And it's, boy, it was great last year. 32 teams, 31 games, 6 days. You don't want to miss it.
Ebony Jackson missed that first free throw, gets the second one to fall. 2-point ball game. 3 points for Ebony on the night. Sparks with it. Kicks out. McGree goes to the hole with the runner, and she'll get her chance to go to the line to shoot a couple. Haley Farsfeed picks up her first personal foul.
When I get a chance, I got to tell you the story of the Snicker bars.
McGree gets that first one. She's an 82% free throw shooter, Bruce. Averages 8 points and a couple rebounds per game. She gets the second one back to a 4-point Tech lead here. And she has 9 points on the night. Justin Jewell for three. This one's going to roll over the rim. And Ebony Jackson, a big save underneath for Rocky. Brooke Jones with it on the perimeter. Looked at the three. Jewell for three in the corner. This one long as well. And McGree with the rebound. They'll get it out to Sparks. Rocky staying in this 2-3 zone defense. And Coverdale puts one up off the glass. Potter with the rebound, stolen in there by Farsfeed. Another turnover on Tech. Ebony Jackson gets two more inside. She picks up her 5th point of the night.
Nice job of coming off the bench for Ebony Jackson, giving them a little offensive spark.
Potter, free throw line jumper is good. Shea Potter picks up her 4th point. And it's back to a 4-point Tech lead over Rocky.
Yeah, I think she's been a difference maker in this game with her defensive prowess, and then she's got a couple free throws and a basket.
And it's going to be stolen away, turnover, as Sparks comes back the other way, kicks out to McGree. It'll be off, and 2 Bears go down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Montana Tech crashes the boards.
I'm not sure who that foul, I guess it was on Potter. She picks up her 4th personal foul, Bruce. It'll be Rocky basketball in the backcourt. As Jones will turn it right back over. 6 turnovers on Rocky.
Really, if they've taken care of the ball pretty well tonight.
Sparks brings it up. Coverdale. They go to Zard. It's ball's on the floor, and it's going to be picked up. Justin Jewell gets the loose ball. And Farsfeed will bring it up. Goes to Jones. Jones looks inside, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to go against Kaylin Coverdale. That'll be 3 fouls on her. 3 team fouls on Montana Tech, 1 on Rocky. timeout-wise. Both teams with 3 timeouts left here. Rocky basketball, Forest Feed will pull the trigger. Marqueta Francis 3-pointer rolls around, no good. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul on, I believe it's going to go Ebony Jackson. Picks up her 3rd personal foul. And Michaela Jones with another steal. She goes up and it's good. Michaela Jones now with 22 points. I believe that ties her 22 points. Bruce, didn't you say? That ties her,
matches her season high. Career high is 26. 54-52. Montana Tech leading it and with the basketball. She's played really well. She's had a ton of steals tonight as well.
She has. Sparks with it. McGree. Zard with it in the corner. Rocky's gone man-to-man here. Coverdale tries to go baseline. Cut off nicely there by Jackson. Shot clock at 5. And we're going to travel, another turnover on Tech. And the Bears can tie this up with a 2-pointer or take the lead. 15 turnovers on Tech. Michaela Jones on the night, 22 points, 6 steals, and 4 rebounds. Maybe her best night of the season, Bruce. They go inside. Michaela has it on the baseline, kicks back out. It's going to go out of bounds. That'll be 7 turnovers on Rocky. We'll get you some scores from the Frontier here. LC on top of Northern 14-12. End of the first. Sparks goes to Coverdale. That one blocked in there by Michaela Jones. And it'll be Tech basketball underneath. 5 minutes to go here in regulation. It's Montana Tech on top, 54-52. We have a media timeout, it looks like, Bruce. As
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy.
Did you know Northwestern Energy adds that skunky, rotten egg smell to natural gas so you can detect a leak? Natural gas is safe.
But leaks can be dangerous. So if you think you smell a gas leak, follow these safety tips.
Do not attempt to locate the leak. Do not use any electrical switches, appliances, or an open flame.
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy.
Together,
we can deliver a brighter future.
Best Western Plus Heritage Inn is more than just an inn, it's your everything. With Great Falls' best conference rooms and every amenity you could want. Why go anywhere else? Especially with the Max Sports Bar and Casino, who has your favorite games, drinks, food, and 16 flat-screen TV. The Best Western Plus Heritage Inn and Max Sports Bar and Casino.
Food, fun, and friends at the Heritage Inn. Take it to the max.
54-52, 5 minutes to go in the ball game, and Tech will inbound it underneath their own basket. They get it out to Coverdale, and Kalen goes up, and we're going to have a blocking call on Marqueta Francis. That'll be her 3rd personal foul.
Glad we could bring this Wayland Tire SWX Game of the Week to everybody across the state of Montana. It's been a good one.
Probably a good one coming up next, Bruce, as we'll have the men's game. As Coverdale goes 1 for 2 from the line. 55-52, 3-point ball game. Jones goes to Farr's feet. Tech in a little bit of a zone here. Looks like they've gone 1-3-1 zone defense, trapping in the corners and stuff, and Coverdale takes it away from Jackson. Another 8 turnovers on Rocky. Sparks with it on top. Kaylin Coverdale takes it to the hole, puts it up over Jackson, and the rebound is going to come down to Michaela Jones. And
Wes Keller wisely called the timeout.
I'm not sure here. There was another whistle. We're going to see Coach Keller wanting to know if that was a foul.
30-second timeout.
And it's a 30-second timeout. We got some plays of the game and player of the game. And
yeah, we do, Bruce. The Montana Chevy Dealers player of the game, or play of the game, I guess. I'm going to hold off on that because I think we're going to have some big plays down towards the end of this ball game. This ball game just back and forth within reach. I just really think it's going to be some big plays coming down at the end.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bob. I think that also the player of the game, we have Michaela Jones has played outstanding. Coverdale has played tremendous for Montana Tech. And so I think one of those two players are my leading candidates for player of the game.
Yes, that's Courtney Coverdale. Shot very well from the three-point line as Farr's feet trapped on the corner. Gets it out to Chamberlain. She came in at the break.
55-52 on the Montana Tobacco quit line scoreboard.
And it is Chamberlain can't get the roll, and Coverdale comes down with the rebound. Out to Sparks. Quickly up to Landeck. Landeck back into the ball game. Kaylin Coverdale goes to Sparks. She goes baseline, puts it up, no good. As Farr's feet gets a rebound. Been stuck here on 55-52 about the last 3 possessions for Rocky.
Haley Farfsfeed been pretty quiet here in this ball game.
Yeah, Haley I got her down for about 8 points. Arcata Francis goes up and can't finish. Landeck gets the loose ball. They swing it around to Sparks. Back out Landeck. Both teams just a little bit ragged right here. As Coach Sannon getting a timeout there. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 55-52 on our Montana Tobacco quit line scoreboard, back in 30.
What it takes to win is just a total commitment.
Takes obviously a lot of preparation.
Focus is everything. It's a high-level game. Tobacco impedes on everything you do in life, whether it's school, sports, work.
Our generation is going to be the next face of America, so refocusing on a tobacco-free generation is really crucial to our future as a country.
I'm refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
Refocus on a tobacco-free generation.
I am refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
I'm refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
55-52, Tech will inbound the basketball front court in front of their bench. They get it to Sparks. Getting down to crunch time, Bruce. Under 3 minutes here in this ball game. And Potter, step back jumper is good.
Well, that's big. That gives them that 5-point lead. And
Potter with 6 points, but she's got a couple blocks and a couple altered shots here tonight as well.
And they've really, she shut down in the inside game for the Battling Bears.
Brooke Jones backs her down, goes up off the glass, can't finish. Rebound far side, Ebony Jackson off her hands, out of bounds.
And Brooke Jones has still, I don't believe, has scored.
No, she hasn't. Even more unusual, a big girl like that should be getting to the free throw line 2 or 3 times, and she hasn't got to the line tonight either. As Rocky will come out with some 2-2-1 full court pressure here as we're entering the 2-minute mark here. Courtney gets it to Sparks. Sparks takes it to the hole, and we got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Farsfeet.
Instead of settling for an outside jump shot, as we take a look at the Opportunity Bank replay, they're taking it right to the basket. They're drawing fouls. You know, they got a shot to at least draw the foul and shoot free throws, and that's what's going to happen here.
And Sparks with 4 points on the night. That one's hard off the back iron. Gets one of two. It's a 6-point ball game. Under 2 minutes to go. Farsfeet back to Jones. Brooke Jones looked at the three. She can shoot the three. Chamberlain has it, 10 on the shot clock. Goes to Marqueta Francis. Back to Chamberlain. Chamberlain dumps underneath to Farsfeet. Can't handle the pass. Turnover Rocky, I believe that's 9. And Sparks will set it up here. 1:27 to go, Tech up by 6.
Every possession pretty crucial right now.
And the shot by Landeck going to be long. Rebound comes down to Brooke Jones. And Jones gets it to Farsfeet. 66 seconds to go in the ball game, Bruce. Rocky needs some points. Farsfeet goes to the hole. Big block by Potter. Well, they're going to say she got her with the body there.
Well, that's good for Rocky Mountain College as the clock is stopped and it allows them to get a couple free throw attempts.
That's 5 on Potter. She'll fall out of the ball game.
She played really well, Potter did. I thought she was a difference maker defensively, and then she came up with 6 big points.
She's got 6 points and 4 blocks in the ball game. And Farsfeet hits the free throw. Haley 3 for 3 tonight. 68% free throw shooter on the season. Rolls around on the second one. Rebound comes down to Landeck as she is trapped, and we got a timeout. Coach Sannon will take the timeout. 58-53, Montana Tech over Rocky on the Montana Tech Tobacco Quit Line scoreboard. They're going to stretch it to a media timeout, so we'll be back in a minute.
Let me introduce you to the BF Goodrich All-Terrain TA KO2 tire. With technology designed to conquer the harshest terrain on Earth, the KO2 is BF Goodrich's toughest all-terrain tire ever. And now, that Baja-born toughness is ready for you. Whether you're at work or at play, take on your toughest road challenges with confidence. Turn to the experts at Wayland Tire to find the right BF Goodrich tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
58-53, Tech basketball. They have the lead and the basketball. Sparks with it, and we're going to have a jump ball, and the possession here is going to favor Rocky.
Well, that's a turnover there for Montana Tech. 18 turnovers now for the Lady Diggers.
Marqueta Francis coming in for Ebony Jackson. Little offense, defense here for Coach Keller. Brooke Jones goes up with the shot. Left hand's up and good by Brooke Jones, and she gets her first points of the night, Bruce. 3-point ball game, 40 seconds to go.
It's a big basket by Brooke Jones and a key possession for Rocky.
And Zard's going to be fouled. As both teams in the bonus here to finish out this ball game. Brooke Jones will pick up her second personal foul. And Zard at the line. She's 1 for 1 tonight, a 71% free throw shooter. First one off the front iron. Bears have some life here. Timeouts, Rocky with 2. Tech with 1 as Zard gets the second one to fall. We got a 30-second timeout here by the Battling Bears. We'll stay here. Bruce, as I said, this one I think is going to come right down to the end, and kind of like last night, I think we're about to that point.
Yeah, I think right now, I guess my vote would be on the Montana Chevy Dealers play of the game. I would say it's the three-point shooting. No, I don't know. That's a hard one. I would say it's the three-point shooting by Montana Tech. You know, those plays, both from McGree and Coverdale, they made some huge threes in this basketball game, and that would be my vote.
Well, I kind of like defense, you know that. I'm going to go with Shea Potter. I just think she changed the inside game. She had, 3 or 4 blocks inside, but she altered a lot of shots. We're back to live action as Farsfield will get the basketball. Farsfield looks inside. Francis with it. She backs down. Turnaround jumper baseline. Markeva Francis. As Francis picks up her 10th point of the night. And we got a full timeout on the floor. 59-57 Tech. We're going to stay right here, Bruce, and I'm going to get back to Potter. I just think she made a lot of difference inside defensively for Tech.
I'll budge on that one. I would say I'd agree with you.
Okay.
I would go with her blocks, 4 blocks inside. And how many other shots did she change when people were going into the key? She really forced Markeva Francis outside, as well as Brooke Jones to play outside, almost in a small forward type position. But 2-point ball game here now. Bob, we saw all kinds of things last night. Rocky led Carroll by 6 with 48 seconds left, and Carroll made 2 big threes to tie it up, put it in the overtime, and they won it in overtime. So that's a lot of time on that clock.
Yeah, it is definitely, especially in the college game, the way that you could call the timeouts and move the ball up and down. Move it to the front court after. So I think that's huge in the women's game for sure, and I think we're going to see that. Rocky out of timeouts right now, so Coach Keller using his last one there. Coach Sandin with 1 timeout left.
And Rocky has not tied it at all this half. This is the closest as they have been the entire second half with 2 points. So they have battled back and forth in this one, but they've never tied it up in the second half.
Bruce, how about your Northwestern Energy player of the game? You want to step out yet or on that one, or you?
No, I've got a couple. I've got Coverdale for Montana Tech. She's had a big night scoring the basketball, and her 3-point shots, she has 3 threes to her credit, and she has really led them in scoring and done a nice job.
You're going with Courtney, I'm taking it.
Courtney.
Yes.
And she made a difference. She opened things up inside for Zard and for Potter.
Yeah, I might have to go with you there. I'm not going to say for sure yet, though. It'll be Tech basketball on the far side.
You make me say it early.
And we got an over and back call. Big turnover. Big turnover on Tech right there. No time comes off the clock. Rocky gets the basketball.
19 turnovers for Montana Tech. None bigger than that one there.
As Farsfield will get the inbounds pass. 18 seconds. Down by 2. Markeva Francis with it. Goes to Michaela Jones. And Jones will set things up. Goes to Farsfield. Shot clock is off. We're down to 7. Michaela Jones with the basketball. Puts up the runner. It's good! Michaela Jones hits a runner on the baseline.
Don't want to foul here.
We're going to go to overtime. Woo! On the Montana Tobacco Quit line scoreboard, it reads 59-59 as we see the replay of that shot. And we are going into extra innings here, a 5-minute overtime. That's why I didn't want to pick my player of the game, Bruce.
Okay, bailout. I'm going to start calling you Bob Bailout. Michaela, it wasn't a great shot by Michaela Jones, but she's a shot maker.
Well, she almost made the one last night at the end of the overtime to win the game.
Paybacks.
Yeah.
Payback. And, she has 24 tonight.
We're going to take us a break, I believe, here.
What it takes to win is just a total commitment.
Takes obviously a lot of preparation.
Focus is everything. It's a high-level game. Tobacco impedes on everything you do in life, whether it's school, sports, work.
Our generation is going to be the next face of America, so refocusing on a tobacco-free generation is really crucial to our future as a country.
I'm refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
Refocus on a tobacco-free generation.
I am refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
I'm refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
If you got $5, you could get like 9.96 inches of sandwich. Woo! Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, dog, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Hardee's. If you got $5, you could fill up on a gas station burrito that tastes like diesel and sadness. Or you can choose a real meal with 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Hardee's.
All right, back into overtime action for the second night in a row here from the Fortin Center. And it's going to be controlled by Tech as Coverdale. Courtney gets it. Courtney Coverdale. Back out to Sparks. Sparks has had a nice game off the bench, controlling things for Tech out there as well, Bruce.
Yeah, we got to remember, too, that Potter fouled out, Bob, and as well as she played, she's not in the lineup now to be a defensive stopper for Montana Tech.
And Rocky gets a big rebound there. They have their first possession of the overtime. Marqueta Francis. Chamberlain pull-up shot, front iron, rebound Zard. Coverdale for 3 more, it's good. As Courtney Coverdale hits her 4th three-pointer. That is 16, 17 points I got her down for.
That was big.
Marqueta Francis with it in the paint, goes up, it's good. As Marqueta picking up her, 13, 12? 12th point of the night. Rocky student section getting into the ball game a little bit here. Sparks, free throw line jumper off, and it's going to be rebound. Comes down to Marqueta Francis.
Rocky has not led here in the second half or the overtime. Chance now to take that lead.
Marqueta Francis goes to the hole again, rolls around, off. Rebound Sparks. And they're going to have a charging call on McGree. That's a big call there, Bruce. As I believe that was, got the replay coming on Opportunity Bank.
There you see the charge. Good job defensively for the Battling Bears. Not sure who that was.
Chamberlain.
Charge. Alicia Chamberlain. Another one of those non-stat big plays. It's not on the stat sheet, but the coaches know when somebody takes the charge and how big of a play it is in a game.
Brooke Jones with it. Michaela Jones goes up and gets 2 more. As Michaela Jones getting close to her career high, 27, 26.
26 points.
I believe her career high is 28, Bruce. Courtney Coverdale with it. Stolen away as Rocky took their first lead of the second half on that last basket, and they have a chance to extend that here. Nice backdoor cut by Michaela Jones. Good look by Marqueta Francis And Michaela Jones has just broke her career high, I believe.
28 points.
Tied it at 28. Tech with it out on top. Crawford. Coverdale for 3 more.
Wow. She can really shoot.
5 3-pointers on the night for Courtney Coverdale.
And, you know, they're not easy shots. She's got people in her face.
And Michaela Jones is going to go to the line here. And is going to have a foul on Crawford. That'll be 4 on Crawford.
You know, it's fairly close, Bob. 2 now for Michaela Jones.
87% free throw shooter on the year. Gets her first one. She's 2 for 3 on the night.
29 for Michaela.
As she eclipses her career high here at Rocky Mountain College. Crawford with it.
You hear Wes Keller close to our broadcast location. No threes.
Zard with it inside. Dumps off underneath. And Landeck will go to the line to shoot a couple.
There's a good look there by Zard. The Landeck cutting back door.
As Chamberlain will pick up her second personal foul. And Landeck. First one will roll off.
She's 75% free throw shooter on the season.
Second one off, no good. Rebound fought for. We got a whistle and a foul. I believe is going to go against Zard on the rebound. And Haiti Farsfeet will walk the length of the floor. Boy, those are the ones you don't want to see, Bruce, at this critical time of a game. 85, 90 feet from the basket and committing a foul.
Haley 2 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. Now 3 out of 6. Such a solid performer, Haley Farsfeet, senior out of North Dakota.
(69-65).
It's a big defensive stand here for Rocky Mountain College. If they can get a stop here, they'll be in great shape. But the way Tech's shooting the basketball, boy, you better play some good defense.
Yeah, you don't want Courtney. She has the ball right now. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul is going to go against Michaela Jones. That'll be the first foul or second foul on Michaela.
Well, Coverdale, both of them have such a great knack to, you know, they shoot it so well, and so you got to guard them, but they have the ability to get to the basket.
She makes that first one, a 78% free throw shooter on the year. She's 2 for 3 tonight, with one more coming. It's off. Rebound's going to be fought for. Zard comes down with it. Those are the killers. And it is going to be up and good by Kaylin Coverdale for 2. Back to a 1-point ball game. Rocky on top. Going to be a full timeout here. 69-68 Rocky on the 108 quick now scoreboard. And Bruce, this is about where we were last night. 48 seconds last night when things we were up by 6, and we got 44.7 on the board tonight. So could see a lot of basketball left here. So we're going to see a replay on the Opportunity Bank replay. Nice backdoor cut there.
Well, things are really picking up here in the Fortin Education Center. We're glad everybody could join us across the state of Montana on our Wayland Tire SWX Game of the Week.
And just go ahead and throw out those affiliates in SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, and Yakima. We are happy to have you enjoying this game with us tonight here in the Frontier Conference basketball. And Bruce, I don't know if there's a better conference in especially the women's side this year, Frontier Conference, than the Frontier Conference in the nation.
Yeah, it's been great. It's a battle every night, as we talked about earlier. Every game is highly contested, and we've seen that. And the Frontier Conference tournament for both the women and the men should be very interesting.
Rocky with the basketball, 38 on the clock. They lead by 1. Chamberlain. Skip past Michaela Jones. Michaela pulls up, 17-footer going to be off. Rebound, Marqueta Francis. Dumps it to Chamberlain for 2. As Alicia Chamberlain gets a big basket there, Bruce, but that was a huge rebound by Marqueta Francis. And we're back to a 3-point margin, 71-68. Here with 24 seconds to go, and Bruce right back at it again. And this is that scenario where Tech is going to move the ball up to the front court, so a huge advantage there. I love that rule for women's basketball.
Yeah, I really do too. It's the same rule they have at the NBA and the WNBA, and they have it in everything except for men's basketball and high school, I guess. But hey, there's still a lot of time left in this one, 24 seconds, Bob, and we saw some fireworks last night, and the way Montana Tech shoots the basketball, don't count them out.
You know, and I think it's huge there that Rocky defends the three-point line very well here. You know, and you don't want to foul on any two-point shot. You don't want them to get that three-point play and tie this up. You know, if you go down and give them 2, you still got that 1-point lead. You come back, you still have that 3-point lead.
Yeah,
I think it's just critical here. You know that you only give them 2 points if they do score, but no timeouts left in this ball game. Both teams out of timeouts as Tech will inbound the basketball on the front court. And it'll be Courtney Coverdale to inbound the ball. Gets it into Sparks. Rocky goes man-to-man here. Sparks with it out there.
Not a lot of time to mess around out front unless they're just going to set for one final 3.
Coverdale has it, and she throws up the three-pointer. It's no good. And a rebound on the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball. It is Rockies basketball with 1 second.
Wow, how big is that? One second left in this one in overtime.
Got to get it in here, though, Bruce. This is critical. They got to get it in, and they do to Michaela Jones. And Rocky's going to get a big win here over Tech. Their second overtime in as many nights here on the 1-800-QUIT-NOW scoreboard. It says Rocky 71, Montana Tech 68. As our player of the game, Bruce, who are you going to go with? You going with Courtney Coverdale?
No, I think I'm going to go with Michaela Jones. Yep. Michaela Jones goes for 30 points tonight. She hit the shot to put it into overtime, and then she just made big plays all night. Her baskets were huge.
Yeah, you know, that big basket sent it into overtime as we got that on the replay. Great job by our crew in the trailer there to get that. Our Chevrolet player of the game. Play of the game. And I'm the play of the game. I don't know, Bruce. What do you say? I'm going to have to go with that one right there.
Well,
by Michaela Jones, that shot to tie it up.
Yeah, I think Michaela Jones' shot right at the end of regulation to tie the game and put it into overtime, no question, was our play of the game.
Yes. All right, we're going to take us a break here. We come back and we'll wrap us up.
Let me introduce you to the BF Goodrich All-Terrain TA KO2 tire. With technology designed to conquer the harshest terrain on Earth, the KO2 is BF Goodrich's toughest all-terrain tire ever. And now, that Baja-born toughness is ready for you. Whether you're at work or at play, take on your toughest road challenges with confidence. Turn to the experts at Wayland Tire to find the right VF Goodrich tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
What it takes to win is just a total commitment.
It takes obviously a lot of preparation.
Focus is everything. It's a high-level game. Tobacco impedes on everything you do in life, whether it's school, sports, work.
Our generation is going to be the next face of America, so refocusing on a tobacco-free generation is really crucial to our future as a country.
I'm refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
Refocus on a tobacco-free generation.
I am refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
I'm refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
From the two trucks over here, I want you to pick a new truck for your mom or dad, knowing that they could possibly pass it down to you one day.
Cool.
But before you decide, you should know that Chevy Silverados are the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road, which means that Ford F-150s are not. Which truck would you pick?
The Chevy. The Chevy. The Chevy. That was obvious.
Get a total value of over $9,600 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
And we're back here, Bruce, at First Interstate Bank at the Fortin Center, and great game here tonight. Stat-wise, you know, our player of the game, Michaela Jones, finishing out 30 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 steals.
And the biggest shot of the game to tie it and put it into overtime. I want to say a special get well soon to Ed Hawthorne, who's watching us home in Billings tonight. Bob, and he saw a great one tonight here at the Fortin Education Center and First Interstate Bank Court. What a way to start our doubleheader off tonight. A win for Rocky Mountain College. Here's an important stat: 20 wins for Wes Keller.
Yes.
20-4, and he moves back into second place tie with Montana Western. And when they play later in the season, that'll be the rubber match to see who gets maybe the 2 or 3 seed.
Yeah, I think that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge for us, I do believe.
Well, we're going to take a break now before the men's game, and while they're warming up, we're glad you could join us on our Wayland Tire SWX College Game of the Week. So we're going to step away for a few minutes while the teams warm up, and we'll come back. Bruce Parker along with Bob Ritterott. Stay with us for the men's game to come on SWX.
The Wayland Tire Game of the Week, brought to you by Opportunity Bank, Northwestern Energy, Montana Chevy Dealers, the Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW, and First Interstate Bank.
And welcome to our second game of our doubleheader tonight on our Wayland Tire SWX College Game of the Week. Tonight, it's the men's turn. The Ore Diggers from Montana Tech and the Battling Bears from Rocky Mountain College. Hi, everybody. I'm Bruce Parker, along with Bob Ritterott, and we're bringing you our second game. We had an overtime victory for Rocky Mountain College in Game 1. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups of tonight's Frontier Conference basketball from the Fortin Education Center and First Interstate Bank here in Billings. Stay with us.
Truck manufacturers these days are producing some pretty powerful trucks. That's why we designed the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It's built with stronger advanced compounds that hold up to tougher conditions. The Defender LTX MS has outstanding all-season traction and excellent fuel efficiency backed by our 70,000-mile warranty. So whether it's a working truck or you're hauling your snowmobile or boat, you'll get the most out of every mile. Turn to the experts to find the right Michelin tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
My financial education basically just consisted of advice my parents gave to me.
They start becoming more aware of what their money is doing and what they're doing with their money.
It's relative, it's timely, it's fresh.
Very engaging, it's easy to follow, and it's interesting.
A lot of our classes are preparing us for college and to think, but this one is preparing us for life.
Our mission here at Opportunity Bank is to provide strong financial futures for Montanans, and we believe that financial literacy plays a big role in that.
Best Western Plus Heritage Inn is more than just an inn, it's your everything. With Great Falls' best conference rooms and every amenity you could want. Why go anywhere else? Especially with the Max Sports Bar and Casino, who has your favorite games, drinks, food, and 16 flat-screen TV. The Best Western Plus Heritage Inn and Max Sports Bar and Casino.
Food, fun, and friends at the Heritage Inn. Take it to the max.
And we're back at the Fortin Education Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. Bruce Parker along with Bob Ritterott. Bob, our play-by-play announcer for the night. And Bob, we just had a good one, and I expect another good one tonight.
Yeah, I definitely think so, Bruce. Coming into this game, I think one of the keys is slowing down Jared Samuelson for Tech. I just think they're going to have to slow him down. And for Rocky, I think they're going to have to really take care and play against a physical defense at Tech plays.
Yeah, you know, we watched the other night with Tech against Carroll College, and it was a very close game. Tech's playing everybody close right now. They beat Lewis Clark State. They beat Carroll College in Butte. So they've picked up some big wins under Coach Adam Hyatt. And, you know, Adam Hyatt used to be the head coach at Westminster College, was very successful there. And I think he's getting things going here, and there we see the starters.
Yeah, the starters for Tech will be Pannebecker, Chapman, O'Neill, Miles, and Molesworth. And, you know, like our keys to the game, just a very physical bunch of players, this Tech team.
Yeah, they will flat get after you defensively, and that's one thing teams in the Frontier have struggled with this year. And there you see the starting lineups for Rocky Mountain College and the Battling Bears, and they got a big game last night from Craig Wilmore.
Yes, they did. Starters will be Cannon, McDonald, Betcher, Wilmore, and Samuelson.
I really believe Jared Samuelson's one of the top 2 or 3 players in all the Frontier Conference, former Billings West star who transferred here from the University of Montana. And there you see the standings in the Frontier Conference. Montana Western has won already tonight. They have tied Carroll College for first place. This is a big game for Rocky because they're battling it out with MSU Northern for 4th or 5th place in the Frontier Conference. And that means playing at home or playing on the road.
That's right. It's not really, it doesn't, people say, well, it doesn't make any difference whether you're 4th or 5th, but it makes a huge difference because that 4th place team is going to host. What do you got, Bruce?
Our finals so far tonight, as we mentioned, Rocky Mountain College defeating Montana Tech in overtime in the women's game, 71-68. Currently, it looks like Montana State University Northern is leading Lewis Clark State on the road in Lewiston.
39-31.
And another final is, I think we had one more final.
Yep, 68-55, Western over Providence. And that one early as well, 77-67 in the men, Western over Providence.
So some big games tonight in the Frontier Conference.
Bruce, Rocky's got the 2 wins, previous wins, 65-55 here at home and 68-65 at Butte. So this is the Rocky with a 2-0 lead thus far on this season. As we get underway, Rocky in their black uniforms here tonight. And there's Chad Cannon. He had a big night last night, Bruce, but can't hit the net on that one.
Yeah, and he'll be a key tonight too because as his 3 goes, a lot of times the Battling Bears go.
Tech moving around here, man-to-man defense by the Battling Bears.
That was really up in Butte in the last game. I was really impressed with Panabaker.
Yes, he is. And O'Neal, kind of the floor general for this Tech team, picks up the first points of the ball game, puts Tech on top 3-0. And Satchel McDonald gets 2 on the assist from Jared Samuelson. Just underway in our men's game. Had a great one overtime. Rocky wins the women's game. Rocky looking for a sweep here over Tech tonight. Swing it around, the shot, long three-pointer in and out by Miles, and the Bears come back the other way. Great defense, as that was one of our keys to the game, as Betcher goes to the hole, and Danny Betcher with a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. And I thought Betcher played very well last night as well, Bruce. Here's a missed that replay on it, but just a great job last night, and he's starting strong here, going to the basket and trying to score as he completes the three-point play. And Rocky on top, 5-3.
Danny Betcher, former Billings West standout, along with Jared Samuelson. They were teammates for the Golden Bears. Won a lot of games in the Golden Dome in their high school days.
Tech with the basketball. Rocky in that man-to-man defense. They dump it underneath. Nice play. Big block in there, but they're going to say it's going to be a foul on Danny Betcher. He'll pick up his first personal foul. Becker is at the free throw line. A 56% free throw shooter. He'll shoot 2, gets the first one.
Yeah, he's just a good player. Only 59% from the free throw line? Not a great free
down
throw
as
shooter.
56, so he makes them both. He's 100%. That's all that counts tonight, Bruce. Rocky comes back the other way. We're tied 5-5. Samuelson gets the ball, first touch on offense. And it's going to go out. And going to be an over and back call.
I think the ball was tipped, and that's what Bill Drykosen was talking about.
But I think it was touched by Rocky last, so it will go to Tech as they come back, and Panabaker has it, goes on the far side.
Bill Drykosen, the dean of Frontier Conference coaches, 19 seasons and a turnover #1 for Montana Tech.
McDonald comes back, goes to Cannon for 3. Chad Cannon for 3. Puts Rocky up. Rocky with a little 2-2-1 full court pressure here. Student section here at Rocky in full force once again tonight. O'Neal with it. Little roll there to Miles. Miles with it. Now they get it inside. Panabaker with the turnaround jumper. Great elevation by Panabaker, Bruce, as he gets up high on that jump shot. And we got a whistle and a foul. Chris O'Neal picking up his first personal foul.
You know, I think when you talked about O'Neal, you mentioned he's kind of the floor general out there. And he's a guy that can shoot the 3 as well and get him back into a basketball game.
And Jared Samuelson takes it baseline. O'Neal and Miles have the ball out on top. Rocky dropped into his, nope, they're still man-to-man. I thought they looked zone there for a little bit. And this one, I was going to save you, Bruce. Did you see that ball coming?
I saw you jump up, man. That cat quickness.
as O'Neal misses. Rocky comes back the other way. Up and down game. Craig Wilmore for three. Craig Wilmore hits a big three-pointer. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here as Bruce, the Batwin Bears coming out on fire here. 13-5 early in this ball game. 15:50 to go in the first half.
Yeah, off to a good start. And you want to start strong at home. And you know, this is a Montana Tech team that will keep coming and keep coming the entire game. And, you know, the physicality part is really not taking yet. Excuse me, Bob, has not really taken effect yet because the Batman Bears are getting up and moving down quickly down court and shooting the three. So they haven't allowed Montana Tech's defense really to take hold yet.
And back to live action. Rocky in this 2-2-1 full court pressure. Chapman in the game for the Diggers. They've got a Chapman and a Chapman, so I hope I can make that sound clear to people. O'Neal stolen away by the Bears. And Wilmore is going to be whistling for a travel. Turnover, Rocky. That's the first turnover on the Bears.
You know, another guy that's played well for Montana Tech as of late is a guy by the name of Carson Doomer out of Helena Capital High School. And he's had some big scoring games for Adam Hyatt.
He's always played well against us.
He has. Good size and strength for a big guy.
Goldseth into the game, gets it across the timeline. Collins in the game as well for Tech. Collins with it. Shot underneath, and we're going to have a jump ball. Nope, they're going to call a foul. And it's going to go against Tech. Foul is going to go against Tech. It'll be number Chapman will pick up his first personal foul. Rocky will have it in the backcourt.
Here we see Colin May, a guy that transferred in from out of Wyoming, but transferred in from Mayville State. And he's provided a nice spark for Billy Drykosen and has started some games for the Rocky Mountain Batwin Bears.
Danny Betcher with another big basket inside as Danny picks up his 5th point of the night. I really like to see Rocky in this pressure defense as it, you know, by the time they get it across the timeline, you know, they've used up 8 seconds or so of that shot clock as Chad Cannon is going to pick up the personal foul.
We got the Snicker bars into the locker room. I call them Dwyer bars because Tom Dwyer a couple weeks ago said, you know, why don't we have any candy bars? We need some energy, and so I started putting candy bars in the locker room.
Nice inbounds play by Tech, and the shot's up and good by Taylor England as he gets on the scoreboard. Biggest lead for Rocky tonight was 10 points. Cannon with it. Betcher working hard inside. Bruce, he's got a couple of nice baskets in there. May with it in the corner. Shot clock running down to 5. It's up, in and out. No good. And Betcher right there with the rebound goes to the hole. Can't get it, but great effort by Danny Betcher in his start here tonight, Bruce, as we see the Opportunity Bank replay.
And you saw Adam Hyatt go to his bench right away, but Betcher, he looks possessed tonight. You know, he's getting after it offensively, and he's had some rebounds, and we're going to have a break.
On our way, Montana Tobacco Quitline scoreboard, 15-7 Rocky.
What it takes to win is just a total commitment.
Takes obviously a lot of preparation.
Focus is everything. It's a high-level game. Tobacco impedes on everything you do in life, whether it's school, sports, work.
Our generation is going to be the next face of America, so refocusing on a tobacco-free generation is really crucial to our future as a country.
I'm refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
Refocus on a tobacco-free generation.
I am refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
I'm refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
A small steel fabrication plant popped up in the heart of Montana. Over time, they built a reputation as solid as their steel. But growing a business requires flexibility. They needed a bank like First Interstate, able to make quick decisions to help grow their workforce and build a strong foundation. Today, their steel supports more than just buildings. It supports communities throughout the region. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.
And welcome back, First Interstate Bank Court, and First Interstate Bank halftime report as well tonight in our ball game, Bruce.
Yeah, it's a great sponsor of the SWX Game of the Week. Tremendous sponsors: Wayland Tire, Opportunity Bank, First Interstate Bank, Northwestern Energy. Just some great sponsors of people that have helped bring these games to the people in the state of Montana and parts of Washington and Idaho. We welcome all those listeners tonight.
Danny Betcher, an 82% free throw shooter on the season, gets that first one. As you can see, he gets the second one as well. And Rocky back to their biggest lead at 10. Seven points for Betcher. Good thing I can read your mind.
That's a scary thought, Bob.
Goldseth with it.
Well, great
Miles
pick.
pulls up, free throw line jumper. Great shot, great elevation by Miles as he gets in the scoreboard.
Well, and a great pick there by England.
Colin May looking for a big screen. Colin, a good three-point shooter, puts this one up short. It'll be Tech ball.
This is about as good a start as Rocky Mountain College and Bill Drykosen could have hoped for in this one against a real scrappy Montana Tech team.
Yeah, it's always good to be able to start fast at home. Tech moves the ball around on the perimeter here. And the free throw line jumper up, no good. Rebound fought for. And Colin May comes out of there for it with Rocky. Whew. Wow, what a block there. As England, I believe that was, got it. Was it England? No, it was Collins, I believe, got up and made a huge block there on Betcher.
Montana State University Northern.
See it on the replay.
Gets a big win tonight over Lewis Clark State on the road. Great win for Chris Mowat's squad. 59-56 win over Lewis Clark State for Montana State University Northern.
And Grant Wallace on the inbounds play gets in the board.
Grant Wallace getting more and more time now for Rocky Mountain College, the sophomore out of Idaho.
And a long three-pointer off. Rocky with the rebound. Tegan Johnson into the ball game for the Battling Bears. Johnson penetrating all the way around, puts up the left-handed scoop shot. I think he dribbled the length of the floor there, Bruce, and never got out of the key.
And he's not a guy that's going to look to score a lot. He's just to add some toughness out there, and he's a tenacious defensive player, and just the ultimate team guy for Rocky Mountain College. There you see Tegan.
That last foul going against Collins. And Tegan Johnson gets that free throw to fall. This one's off. Rebound comes down to Tech. O'Neal dumps it off on the far side to Miles. Chapman, they get it inside, and a big block in there, but it's going to be a little bit of body as well.
That was a great look inside to get the ball into Chapman underneath.
And it'll be Carson Doomer going to the line.
Helena Capital, he's a Bruin.
And he gets that first one to fall.
Played for Guy Almquist at Capital. Doomer's first point, Bob.
Cannon comes back in for May, for Rocky. 11:30 to go here, Bruce, in this first half. As Doomer goes 2 for 2 from the line. And we got a whistle and a foul. And it's going to go against Jake Miles. That'll be his first personal foul, and Rocky will have it on the front court on the side.
Both coaches using their benches tonight, bringing a lot of guys in and out of the lineup. Second game of a week. People tend to be tired. That's another turnover for Rocky Mountain College.
As Chapman will take it in for 2.
Nice job there by Chapman to take advantage of that, points off turnovers.
And Grant Wallace going to be whistled for a travel as Samuelson will come back on the third turnover by the Battling Bears. O'Neal brings it up. He'll set things up for the Diggers. Chapman to Chapman. Chapman puts up the long 3. Rebound Cannon. Samuelson. Jump hook baseline. Good. Jared picking up his 4th point. 6. O'Neal with it. Rocky in a 2-3 zone defense here on this possession.
Had an interesting stat last night in the Carroll-Rocky game. When Samuelson scores over 20 points, the Battling Bears win. When he doesn't, they lose.
As Rocky comes back the other way, nice backdoor cut and an assist by Austin Payne to Satchel McDonald, 4-2. On our
I like the weekend.
Montana Tobacco Quit Line scoreboard, it's 24-13 Rocky. We'll be back after this media break.
This is the all-new Chevy Equinox. It offers rear seat reminder, built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi, Apple CarPlay compatibility, and Teen Driver technology. It's crazy. Now to get all these features, you'd need all 6 of those crossovers.
That's insane.
Yep, and you still wouldn't get everything that's in this Equinox.
Wow. 6 cars in one.
Get 0% financing for 60 months or $2,250 total cash allowance on this Equinox LT when you finance with GM Financial. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Truck manufacturers these days are producing some pretty powerful trucks. That's why we designed the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It's built with stronger advanced compounds that hold up to tougher conditions. The Defender LTX MS has outstanding all-season traction and excellent fuel efficiency backed by our 70,000-mile warranty. So whether it's a working truck or you're hauling your snowmobile or boat, you'll get the most out of every mile. Turn to the experts to find the right Michelin tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
24-13, Rocky on top here. Midway through this first half, Bruce, Rocky definitely the aggressor, and I think this full court pressure on defense, this 2-2-1 full court pressure by Rocky is really made the difference in this ball game with the defense creating some offense.
Yeah, it just kind of speeds things up, Bob, and it makes Tech not be so half-court offense oriented. Kind of pushes the limit a little bit.
Yeah, it totally takes kind of takes them out of their half-court game as they get it inside. Boomer in the shot. A lot of physicality on those rebounds in there, Bruce. Guys going up strong.
It'll stay with Montana Tech. Try to get you some scores here shortly.
Goldseth will pull the trigger for the Orediggers. And it's going to be stolen by Cannonen as he'll get it to Johnson. Austin Payne. And Chad Cannonen gets his second three-pointer of the night.
That's
Chad
a quick
with
6 points.
6 points. Goldseth. Chapman with it out on top. Tough defense here as Samuelson gets a hand on it. Going to have a foul's going to go against Austin Payne away from the basketball. That'll be his first personal. Want to thank Opportunity Bank for our replays tonight. Orediggers get the ball inbounds, and the shot put up there on the baseline by Miles as he gets his fourth point and comes back quickly the other way as Cannonen's layup is blocked and the Orediggers come back.
Danny Betcher getting set to come back in for Rocky.
And we got a foul on the rebound. As it's going to go against Chapman as he'll pick up his second personal foul for the Orediggers. And Rocky is in the bonus here. That is the seventh foul.
Well, I can shoot a lot of free throws with the
8:26 to go.
That's boy.
Austin Payne has to come back in.
Danny Betcher will come back out.
Austin has to come in and shoot the free throws. They subbed Austin's one that was fouled there, Bruce, and they subbed Danny in for him, so Danny has to come back out and let Austin go in and shoot the free throws. And Austin, a 73% free throw shooter, gets that first one. His first points of the night.
Second leading scorer for the Batman Bears on the season.
And he gets that one to go as well as he's 100% here tonight. And now Craig Wilmore coming back in as well. Tech gets it across the half-court line. O'Neal sets things up for the Orediggers. And it's going to be Miles for three. Jake Miles picks up his seventh point of the night.
Boy, nice looking quick jump shot from three. That's a tough shot. A lot of skill there.
Quick release as Samuelson, great spin move, jump hook inside. Can't finish as O'Neal comes back quickly. As we got a foul. Going to go against the Bears.
Montana Tech pushing it a little bit there, Bob.
You know, and that's what they're trying. Yeah, they're trying to get that before Rocky can get that press set up, Bruce. They want to get the ball up and get into that half-court set. As Tegan Johnson picked up his first personal there. Tech inbounds it. O'Neal will pull the trigger for him on the baseline. Gets it into Collins. Out to Miles. Miles. Now they dump inside to England. England's going to be tied up. Craig Wilmore, jump ball. It'll stay with Tech. See Coach Dryko's in there on the screen. What'd you say, 19th year, isn't it, Bruce?
Yeah, 19 years, a national championship, over 300 wins.
Ball's going to go out and be recovered there as it is O'Neal going in with the left hand. Chris O'Neal, he's kind of off tonight, Bruce. I've seen him shake his head a couple times on some shots here, and he's just not on like he usually is.
Yeah, as we mentioned, second game of the week for each team. Both have played Carroll College. Tech lost up in Butte, and Rocky lost here at home to the Fighting Saints last night.
And Jared Samuelson at the line. 88% shooter up front of the free throw line. As he gets his first one, that's his 5th point of the night. Now I got it for 5.
I can't add.
And he makes it 6. Rocky up 31-18. I believe this is their biggest lead of the night, Bruce, at 13.
It is. Yes, it is. Bill Drykosen wanted, I think, a 10-second violation, didn't he?
Yeah, and it was pretty close. I was watching the shot clock as well. And it's Miles, three-pointer top of the key, and Betcher with another rebound. Betcher on the perimeter, gets in the paint with that left hand, goes up, floater, rolls around, and the big rebound inside by England. O'Neal drops off to England. England at the high post there. I'd like to see him turn around and face up and look low there, Bruce. As he's going against Jared Samuelson, a battle of the big guys there. And Betcher with another rebound.
Thatcher McDonald, Craig Wilmore in the backcourt. Wilmore looking over at Bill Drykosen for some instructions.
Yeah, Craig doesn't play much point guard there as they drop him underneath, and a great pass by Betcher to Craig Wilmore. 5 points for Craig. 33-18. 15-point lead here for the Battling Bears. O'Neal goes far side, now in the corner, shot by Miles. Rebound Wilmore. Craig kicks out Cannon for 3 off, and the rebound is going to be tipped out of bounds. As John Chapman will come back into the ballgame. He'll replace Miles for Tech.
Miles checks out with a pretty good first half, 7 points, including a three-pointer.
O'Neal across. Nick Fitz into the ballgame for the Orediggers. O'Neal for 3, in and out. Rebound Samuelson.
Boy, kind of a lid on the basket right now for Montana Tech, Bob, as they've had trouble. They've been stuck in that 18 for quite a while.
Wilmore gets it off to Cannon. They're going to call a travel on Jared Samuelson. Bruce is getting them turnovers for me. That's 5 turnovers on Rocky. Ball goes inside. Nice shot inside there by Taylor England as he picks up his 4th point. Samuelson high post. Nearly turned the ball over there as Wilmore saves it. And Craig Wilmore puts one up as the shot clock was winding down. Gonna go out of bounds, it'll go to Tech.
I think Bill Drykosen's gonna take a timeout.
33-20, Rocky on top here. And we'd like to welcome our network affiliates for today's game. SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, and Yakima. We're happy to have you enjoying this game with us. Frontier Conference action on SWX, and want to invite everybody to join us at halftime for our first Interstate Bank halftime report on our Wayland Tire Game of the Week.
Going to try to have Wes Keller along with us tonight. Talk to him a little bit about his victory tonight over Montana Tech in overtime, and then maybe try to sneak in Dick Zier. Talk a little bit about the Women's National Tournament that's coming to Billings and the Rimrock Auto Arena on March 14th through the 20th. Bob, you're on that committee, and you're spending a lot of time working on that, and it should be another great event.
It should be. Look forward to it as shot up there by Chapman, no good, and Rocky will come back the other way. You're starting to see the physicality of Tech, I think, come into play here in the half-court game, and we're going to have an offensive foul is going to go against Satchel McDonald.
Now 7 turnovers against Rocky.
Colin May back in for Rocky. Adam Hyatt, you know, Bruce, when he got that job at Tech, a lot of experience. I think that was a great hire by Tech. He's very familiar with the Frontier Conference and always did a great job down at Westminster.
Yeah, and I think he's really improving talent at Montana Tech, and I think it's going to get better and better every year.
England with it inside against Samuelson. It's good. Taylor England picks up his 6th point. Samuelson dumps underneath. They swing it around. Austin Payne, 18-footer, no good. Big rebound. Wilmore kicks it back out. New shot clock, Rocky. Austin Payne. Quite a battle inside between Samuelson and England. Samuelson pulls up, baseline jumper is good as Jared picks up his 8th point. Ordiger's shot is going to be short, and it'll go out of bounds to Rocky. You know, Bruce, we're going to see a lot of great basketball between Jared Samuelson and Taylor England. England, a 6'7" freshman out of Helena, and Samuelson, a freshman here for Rocky.
England out of Helena High School. Had a great year last year for the Bengals. And Samuelson, of course, played for the Grizzlies last year. Had one game with 27 points against Southern Utah. It was his collegiate career high to that point before he got here to Rocky. And he's a talented basketball player. He's just going to get better.
And Joel Towers comes into the game for Rocky, a 3-point shooting specialist, freshman out of Hollywood, California, as England's going to get the big steal for the Ordigers. And he'll get it out to Chapman. Chapman looks over, gets the play from Coach Hyatt. 5 turnovers on Rocky. Chapman in the corner. Shot is going to be off. Rebound Samuelson.
Samuelson and Betch are doing a great job in the boards tonight for Rocky on both ends.
May with it. Tech in this very physical man-to-man defense here.
You know, watch this. They body up pretty well, especially down low. Make it very difficult to get the ball inside.
Samuelson puts up the three off, and Nick Fitz gets the rebound.
I'm sure Adam Hyatt would much rather see Samuelson outside shooting threes than down low with the basketball.
I'm sure. O'Neal going against May, puts it up off the glass, and it's Samuelson with a big rebound.
You don't see O'Neal miss those very often.
No, he's definitely had a tough first half here. I think he might be one of the best floor generals in the conference this year, Bruce.
I would agree with you. He has done a great job.
He and Dom Robinson, of course, I think is probably the best, but out of Western. And we're going to see what happens here. And that's going to end our half.
Take a look at this. See if it was good or not.
Let me introduce you to the BF Goodrich All-Terrain TA KO2 tire. With technology designed to conquer the harshest terrain on Earth, the KO2 is BF Goodrich's toughest all-terrain tire ever. And now, that Baja-born toughness is ready for you. Whether you're at work or at play, take on your toughest road challenges with confidence. Turn to the experts at Wayland Tire to find the right BF Goodrich tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
My financial education basically just consisted of advice my parents gave to me.
They start becoming more aware of what their money is doing and what they're doing with their money.
It's relative, it's timely, it's fresh.
Very engaging, it's easy to follow, and it's interesting.
A lot of our classes are preparing us for college and to think, but this one is preparing us for life.
Our mission here at Opportunity Bank is to provide strong financial futures for Montanans, and we believe that financial literacy plays a big role in that.
If you got $5, you could get like 9.96 inches of sandwich. Woo! Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, dog, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Hardee's. If you got $5, you could fill up on a gas station burrito that tastes like diesel and sadness. Or you can choose a real meal with 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Hardee's.
And back live here at Carly Shannon. Carly, a tough game here, losing to the Batman Bears in overtime. But it's kind of been your team the whole year. You guys have hung in a lot of games and just had a tough time getting over that hump at the end.
You know, we have. We've been in a lot of games. We've played a lot of teams tough. And hopefully, you know, we have 4 games left that we can get a couple wins and move us up a little bit. You know, tonight it's kind of been the thing that has been our Achilles heel is turnovers. Tonight, you know, we had 21 and we had a couple right down the stretch that really hurt us. And then, you know, missed box outs at crucial times when they got offensive rebounds and we put them back at the line. And, you know, we're one of the top free throw shooting teams in the nation, and tonight we shoot 61 points. I mean, if we shoot what we normally do, you know, it's a whole different ballgame. It probably doesn't even go into overtime. So, you know, some different mistakes we made, but hopefully we continue to get better. We have a lot of young girls playing. You know, tonight we started a freshman and 2 sophomores. So there's a lot of upside for the Ore Diggers, and I think we'll just continue to get better and better.
You talk about that free throw shooting. Potter, I think, coming into the weekend was 41 for 45 from the line. That's got to put her up towards the top of the NAIA, I would think. But I was going to check, and I didn't get that done. But, yeah, very good free throw shooting team. And, you know, just another close game for you down here at the end. but the Coverdale girls just did I thought that's the best game that I've seen them play against Rocky in their career. I thought they both played very well tonight.
They both played really well tonight. Last year here, Courtney set the threes. She hit 9 threes when we won in overtime down here last year, but she played really well tonight. You know, she hadn't been shooting the ball well, but she came out tonight, was 5 for 12 from the three-point line, and then, you know, Kaylin just does a great job for us defensively, and, you know, she hit a big shot, and she did some things when we needed her to do things. You know, they're great players, and they play with a lot of tenacity, and, you know, we can do a lot of different things defensively with them on the court.
You know, until Michaela made that last shot there to send it into overtime, my player of the game actually is probably a dark horse, but I picked Potter. I mean, she had 4 or 5 blocks, and she altered a lot of shots, and I think that really hurt you when you lost her going into that overtime.
It did. When we didn't have her, you know, we can just do more things defensively with her, and offensively it brings another threat in. And, you know, she's leading the nation in field goal percentage. You know, she's shooting the ball really well. She finishes well, and like you said, she's a great free throw shooter, and she has a lot of upside being a sophomore as well.
Well, Carly, thanks for joining me tonight, and good luck the rest of the season.
All right,
Appreciate you talking to
yes,
us.
Thank you.
And we'll come back with Wes Keller after this.
My name is Philip Davis. I'm from Boone, North Carolina, and I'm a senior in the Aeronautical Science program.
My name is Margaret Cleveland. I'm a freshman from Broadview, Montana.
Hi, I'm Melvin Ware, a senior from Dunmore, Montana.
Did you know that RMC awarded over $11 million in scholarships this year?
Did you know that 99% of Rocky students receive scholarships?
Thank you for enabling us to be first-generation college students.
Thank you for your investment in our Impact Today, Transform Tomorrow campaign in support of our new facilities.
Thank you for giving me a chance.
Thank you!
What it takes to win is just a total commitment.
It takes obviously a lot of preparation.
Focus is everything. It's a high-level game. Tobacco impedes on everything you do in life, whether it's school, sports, work.
Our generation is going to be the next face of America, so refocusing on a tobacco-free generation is really crucial to our future as a country.
I'm refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
Refocus on a tobacco-free generation.
I am refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
I'm refocused on a tobacco-free generation.
A small steel fabrication plant popped up in the heart of Montana. Over time, they built a reputation as solid as their steel. But growing a business requires flexibility. They needed a bank like First Interstate, able to make quick decisions to help grow their workforce and build a strong foundation. Today, their steel supports more than just buildings. It supports communities throughout the region. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.
And we're back at the Fortin Education Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College, where the Battling Bears have a 13-point, 35-22 lead over the Orediggers of Montana Tech on our First Interstate Bank halftime show. And we're joined now by the victorious coach from Game 1 tonight, Wes Keller. And Wes, in his 4th season at the helm of the Battling Bears, win number 20 tonight, Wes, and it wasn't easy.
No, it was not. I mean, we were cooked. I mean, we were down 5. With 50-some seconds, and you know, the thing I think we learned from last night is, you know, we gave up a big lead last night. It's not over till it's over, and you know, we came out and had a sluggish first half, and had to grind, and I give our kids credit. I mean, they didn't quit, and we found a way.
Yeah, Michaela Jones tonight goes for a career-high 30 at Rocky Mountain College, and she had, I think, 7 steals and 7 rebounds, and what a great effort, and more importantly, she made the big shot that tied it and put it into overtime.
Yeah, Mick kind of took us on her back tonight, and she had that look in her eye, you know, after half that, you know, we aren't going to lose this game, and man, the shot she hit was huge, and to send us to overtime. So
now your basketball team, as you continue to get ready, you move back into a second-place tie with Montana Western in the Frontier Conference standings, a game behind Carroll College. Anybody can win it. But now you're kind of playing for position and home court advantage.
Yeah, we're, you know, I told the ladies before, you know, there's 5 games left. it's like a mini national tournament from here on out, and one game, one possession at a time, and you know, it's tight. The top three are pretty tight, and then I think there's a little separation, but you know, obviously we want to host as many playoff games as possible.
Now, you mentioned the national tournament. You will be the host school for the national tournament, NAIA National Tournament, March 14th through the 20th. You played last year. Yeah, you went in with an under 500 record last year. One of your goals this year was, we're going to go in with a winning team and a winning record and a chance to win some games.
Yeah, I think that experience last year is as much as, you know, we probably didn't want to be there with that record. We were, and I think we gained some valuable experience playing in the national tournament. And, you know, I think it jump-started us for the off-season last year, and, you know, things are continuing to improve here.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about the national tournament and you know, the teams that come in a bit. Let's maybe take one step back. Let's talk Frontier-wise. If you get out of the battle-tested Frontier, you got a shot to win some games.
Well, yeah, you're exactly right. You know, when you're playing teams in your league 3 times, your stuff doesn't, I mean, it boils down to Jimmy's and Joe's and who's going to make plays. And, you know, you get to that national tournament, the stuff you know, your sets and quick hitters, those are going to work in the national tournament. And you know, I think we have a team that's balanced and can do some things, you know, hurt you in different ways. So, you know, we obviously are focused on finishing out the regular season and looking forward to the playoffs. And then, you know, when the national tournament gets here, we'll get ready for that.
And who do you want to play in the Frontier Conference tournament? There's no easy ones.
No, I don't think, you know, you want to play, 1 through 7, I've said this many times. I think our league from top to bottom is the best in the country, and there's no nights when you just roll into the gym knowing how you can just show up and win. That doesn't happen here.
No, well, Wes, you know, an overtime victory tonight, your 20th victory in your 4th season. Great job, and good luck the rest of the way.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Head coach Wes Keller, the victorious coach from Rocky Mountain College tonight. He got win number 20. And it was a big one in overtime over Montana Tech. You're watching our First Interstate Bank halftime show on the Wayland Tire SWX College Basketball Game of the Week. We're going to step away for a little break and come back. Rocky Mountain College by 13 at the half.
I chose engineering because I've always liked tinkering, and engineering fits right in. You take a problem and come up with a solution and figure out how things work.
For me, choosing Montana Tech for my mechanical engineering degree was not only the right thing to do, but it was the best thing to do.
Mechanical is filled with great job opportunities and has so much potential growth.
Our students walk out with really high-paying jobs.
Tech has given me the opportunity to pursue what I want and get the education that I really needed.
From the 2 trucks over here, I want you to pick a new truck for your mom or dad, knowing that they could possibly pass it down to you one day.
Cool.
But before you decide, you should know that Chevy Silverados are the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road, which means that Ford F-150s are not. Which truck would you pick?
The Chevy.
The Chevy?
The Chevy.
That was obvious.
Get a total value of over $9,600 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Let me introduce you to the BF Goodrich All-Terrain TA KO2 tire. With technology designed to conquer the harshest terrain on Earth, the KO2 is BF Goodrich's toughest all-terrain tire ever. And now, that Baja-born toughness is ready for you. Whether you're at work or at play, take on your toughest road challenges with confidence. Turn to the experts at Wayland Tire to find the right BF Goodrich tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
Okay.
All right, we're back to the Ford Center, 35-22 here on the 1-800-QUIT-NOW scoreboard. And our stats from that first half, Bruce, the big difference right there at the top, field goal percentage, Rocky 50, Tech 29.
Yeah, Tech had a lid on the basket for quite a bit, especially early in that first half, Bob, and couldn't get the ball to fall. They were stuck on 18 for a long time, but this one's far from over. You know, I think another big stat is the turnover. Look at the turnover difference in the ball game, and it was a good half for Billy Drykosen's Battling Bears. Is much better than last night when they found themselves way down to Carroll College.
And it's just kind of back and forth there. Free throw percentage, I don't know what they're doing up there in Butte, but both these Butte teams shooting very good from the free throw line. They're at 100% to 90% for Rocky. Another great night of free throw shooting. But rebounds, 21 for Rocky, 11 for Tech as well. So I think that's a huge difference there as well.
Yeah, it really is. Some scores from around the Frontier Conference in women's basketball. So we mentioned Rocky over Montana Tech, 71-68 in overtime. At Lewiston, Idaho, 39-31. I think that's the final. Montana State University Northern beat Lewis Clark State. We'll have to get a final score on that.
That on men's?
In the women's.
No, women.
And then Montana Western beat Providence 68-55 in women's. Also one men's final thus far. Montana Western defeating Providence 77-67. That game at the Stroud Gymnasium in Dillon, Montana. So the league standings are starting to take shape. Right now in the women's, Carroll leads it by 1 game over Montana Western and Rocky Mountain College. And in the men's side, Carroll College and Montana Western are tied for the top spot. Rocky Mountain College sitting in 4th place and looking to try to stay there tonight with the victory over Montana Tech.
As we go look at those Frontier Conference standings, as you said, they're Western and Carroll now both tied at 10-4 with Western getting that win tonight. LC kind of in the middle there, 8-5. Then you got Northern and Rocky, as you were saying, Bruce, at 6-7. And we get back to, it's huge to be that 4th place team and host that tournament game.
Yeah, that game tonight in Lewiston with the men playing against Montana State University Northern against Lewis Clark State is a big game also for Frontier Conference standings, as the Battling Bears and the Lights are tied at 6-7. MSU Northern has the tiebreaker against Rocky, as they've won 2 out of the first two in the series, and there'll be one more a little bit later in the season. In fact, I think next week, I hope you're going to Havre.
Well, I'm not.
You didn't even think about that when you said that. You think the roads, I'll tell you the roads have been a little bit better than a lot of people thought. The Montana State University all-class wrestling wrapped up today at the Rimrock Auto Arena. And what a great event that is, Bob. And that Rimrock Auto Arena really hosts some great events. I know there's tremendous concerts in there, but I'm really looking forward to one event, and that's the Women's NAIA National Tournament. And that's March 14th through the 20th, and tickets are on sale now at the Rimrock Auto Arena. You can call up and get your seats reserved. 32 teams, 31 games in 6 days. What a great event. You see the banners up there in the Fortin Athletic Center and Education Center. And we're set to go with the second half.
And Rocky has the lead, and they'll start with the basketball here to get us going. Here in our final 20 minutes of basketball. As Betcher underneath, starting this second half just like he started the first half with 2 points. And that is 9 points for Danny on the night. Rocky brings that 2-2-1 full court pressure back to the half court line. I look for Chris O'Neill to kind of get on track here, Bruce. He really struggled in that first half. As a 3-pointer put up on the left side by Chapman, rebounded by Cannonen. Satchel McDonald runs down the loose ball. Wilmore. Chad Cannonen for 3, his 3rd 3-pointer of the night. Chad with 9 points.
When he's shooting it, he's pretty tough to stop. He's an outstanding 3-point shooter.
Vannebecker been quiet in that first half, Bruce, just a couple free throws, and he's always played well against us, especially that last game. Thought he played very well up there at Tech. And going to have a whistle and a foul is going to go against Rocky.
You know, one guy sitting on the Rocky bench right now, redshirting this year, is a young man by the name of Lucas Vining out of Great Falls, who played at Montana Tech his first 2 years. He's transferred down here to Rocky, sitting out, and he'll be a factor in this basketball team next year.
Yeah, he definitely will be. as that'll be the first foul on Craig Wilmore. As Panabecker comes up short on that free throw.
Just 2 points in the game for Panabecker, and he scored at will in that last meeting up in Butte.
In and out, only a 53% free throw shooter. And Rocky's got a new point guard, looks like, in Jared Samuelson. Chad Cannon taking it to the hole with the reverse layup as he gets his 11th point of the evening. O'Neal swings it around, Miles with it.
You know, I think one thing that's been really strong tonight for Rocky Mount College has been their defense. You know, we talked a lot about Montana Tech's defense coming in, but the Battling Bears have played about as well defensively tonight as they have all season.
In that 2-3 zone, I think it might have kind of surprised Tech to start this game, as Wilmore goes up with the tip for the Bears. He gets his 7th point of the evening.
Craig's had a nice weekend for Bill Drykosen.
18-point lead here. Going to have a 30-second timeout on the floor. Rocky with their biggest lead.
Yeah, they're off to a good start in this half, as you see the teams taking this quick timeout, and it's going to turn into a full. And we'll take a break here from the Fortin Education Center. Rocky on top.
All right, we'll talk a little bit about the game. I guess as Rocky, you know, you talked about this fast start here in the second half, Bruce. Only 2 points here to start the second half for Tech, and 9 for Rocky. So a huge start here in the second half for the Battling Bears, and Coach Hyatt definitely wanting that timeout. And some next game coming up on SWX broadcast. It'll be Montana Tech versus University of Montana Western on a Wednesday night, Valentine's Day at 5:30 p.m. Did you get your honey a Valentine?
I will, yeah. I haven't yet, but I got time. I mean, there's, you know, is that next week?
Yeah, next Wednesday, Bruce. I don't know if you got so much time.
Well, maybe I'm going to have to show up at the Stroud Gymnasium and watch that game with Montana Western and Montana Tech.
Maybe.
On my way, you know, just looks like another good Frontier Conference battle. I just love this time of the year with college basketball. You know, you're getting close to conference tournaments and postseason tournaments, and who gets to the Nationals and who doesn't. And this Frontier Conference has been unbelievable this year for great basketball games.
It has, and it's going to be Wilmore bringing it up for the Battling Bears here. McDonald. Skip pass Cannon, and he's been hot. Betcher's had a good evening here tonight as well. And it's going to be stolen away. Nice defense by Collins. Up ahead, Panabecker.
His first field goal of the game.
He has 4 points on the night.
Got the 6th turnover by Rocky Mountain College in this one. They've done a good job of taking care of the basketball.
Bears tried to go underneath to Betcher off his fingertips and add another turnover on that, Bruce, on Rocky.
As soon as I said that, Bob, it's like the free throw deal with you.
Yeah, Bruce thinks I jinx people. O'Neal with it. O'Neal and Miles in the backcourt taking care of the basketball, getting it across the half-court line against his pressure for Rocky. Panabecker. O'Neal. Dump inside to England, going against Samuelson. And England gets the best of Jared on that one, as Samuelson will pick up the personal foul. And the Opportunity Bank replay. Nice job by our camera people there. As England will go to the free throw line to shoot one.
Nice ball game thus far for England. He has 8 points.
Make that 9. Bruce, he gets that free throw to fall. As Austin Payne will come in for Rocky.
The crowd has quieted down a little bit here tonight in the second half with the Rocky having the big lead.
As McDonald kicks out Samuelson for 3. And it's a big rebound. Comes down to Collins. Out to O'Neal. O'Neal looked at that 3. Takes it to the hole, and he'll be fouled on the way. And Chris O'Neal will go to the line to shoot some free throws on our replay.
Special thanks to Opportunity Bank for helping us bring you those replays.
Chris O'Neal shoots 90% from the charity stripe, gets the first one. Two for two as Satchel McDonald picked up his second personal foul on that foul on O'Neal.
O'Neal with 5 points, now had a 3 early in the first half. Then was pretty quiet for the rest of the half.
Tech in this man-to-man defense, switches up on the screens. Austin Payne, jump hook in the paint, it's gonna be short. Rebound comes down, Pannebecker. And Pannebecker, it'll be Rocky basketball. Bruce, you mentioned a name earlier, and we haven't seen much of him here tonight, is Doomer.
Yeah, Carson Doomer had a couple bright spots in the first half, but didn't play a lot in that half as the turnover is number 9 against Montana Tech.
And we got a battle out here in front between Collins and Wilmore. Austin Payne goes up off the glass. Big rebound by O'Neal as he'll bring it back for Tech. Out to Miles. .13 on the shot clock. O'Neal with it. Goes inside. England can't handle it. Travel. 10 turnovers on Tech. 44-31 our score. 13-point lead. Rocky led by 20 at one time. That was the biggest lead.
Yeah, Tech's currently on a 5-0 run here, and the Battling Bears trying to get back some more points, and they turn it over again. 8 turnovers.
8 turnovers as O'Neal goes to the hole. And we got a whistle. I believe we're going to have a foul called, and also probably going to be goaltending as well. As our replay comes up here. That should make a highlight reel, huh? Foul's going to go against Colin May, his first personal foul of the ball game. And it's Chris O'Neal at the line. As he
got the basket, missed the free throw.
And we got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Collins of Tech.
Now a 7-0 run for the Ore Diggers. This is a Montana Tech Ore Digger basketball team that has picked up some huge wins this season. As we mentioned earlier in that first half, beating Lewis Clark State and beating Carroll College after trailing big in that game. I think by 13 at half, 13 or 15 at half, Bob, and then came back and won. As you see Billy Drykosen, pretty dapper tonight.
Yes, he is. And Collins goes up with the long shot, and rebound comes out to Chris O'Neal and Tech. Up to Collins. Chapman. And they're going to have a whistle and a foul against Chad Cannonen. Second foul on Cannon.
Danny Betcher, Satchel McDonald getting set to come in for Rocky Mountain College. Bill Greikosen is calling for a timeout. I think he got it.
And he did get it.
Didn't like something that he saw out there.
All right, 44-33 our score. Rocky on top. We'll be back after this.
From the two trucks over here, I want you to pick a new truck for your mom or dad, knowing that they could possibly pass it down to you one day.
Cool.
But before you decide, you should know that Chevy Silverados are the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road, which means that Ford F-150s are not. Which truck would you pick?
The Chevy.
The Chevy?
The Chevy.
That was obvious.
Get a total value of over $9,600 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
If you got $5, you could get like 9.96 inches of sandwich. Woo! Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, dog, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star meals, only at Hardee's. If you got $5, you could fill up on a gas station burrito that tastes like diesel and sadness. Or you can choose a real meal with 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star meals, only at Hardee's.
And we come back, and Betcher went to the hole on the break and got fouled, and we got a media timeout on the floor. And we'll take one as well on our Montana Tobacco Quit online scoreboard. 44-33, Rocky on top. Back after this.
Truck manufacturers these days are producing some pretty powerful trucks. That's why we designed the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It's built with stronger advanced compounds that hold up to tougher conditions. The Defender LTX MS has outstanding all-season traction and excellent fuel efficiency backed by our 70,000-mile warranty. So whether it's a working truck or you're hauling your snowmobile or boat, you'll get the most out of every mile. Turn to the experts to find the right Michelin tire for whatever you drive.
Whalen Tire. We know tires.
Hey, what's up? Wait, you vape? You're usually such a control freak.
I'm addicted.
I used to smoke and vape, and the only thing in control was the nicotine. And you have asthma.
Yeah, but mine's just mild.
It doesn't matter. It can still trigger an attack.
I need to quit.
Quitting is the best way to keep your asthma under control. Help in the 406, my friend. It's good. It's getting better.
And I want to remind everybody about our Montana Chevy dealers play of the game. Bruce and I will be picking that later on, as well as the Northwestern Energy player of the game. Danny Betcher will go to the free throw line for the Battling Bears. And Betcher gets the first of 2. 82% shooter on the season. As Betcher goes 2 for 2, he is 5 of 5 from the line here tonight. O'Neal set it here for the Orediggers.
11 points for Danny Betcher.
Chris O'Neal deep, there it is, Bruce. I look for him to finish off strong here in the final 13 and a half.
Yeah, you saw the elevation and the beautiful jump shot that O'Neal has.
Going to be stolen away by Collins as he goes up and going to be fouled from behind, and Collins will go to the line to shoot a couple. Foul's going to go against Cullen May.
9 turnovers now on Rocky Mountain College.
And thank Opportunity Bank for our replays as Collins is at the line. As Collins, 71% on the season, gets that first one. Second one off, rebound Betcher.
And the lead now in single digits.
Down to 9. It was 20 at one time. I believe it was 44-24. So that is, if that is my memory serves me right, that's a pretty good run by Tech. Big block in there by England.
I think Rocky came out and outscored them 9-2 to start that second half, Bob, and now it's going to go back over to Montana Tech, and they're just plugging away. They're knocking points off this each time down the court.
And they have a chance to cut into this lead even more. England with it. And it's England, England underneath. England putting together a nice game, Bruce, 11 points on the evening. $18 on a shot clock. McDonald goes to Samuelson. Cohen May, three-pointer in the corner as May gets his first points of the night.
And that was a big basket.
Big basket, back to a double-digit lead here, 49-39. Collins. O'Neal hit that big three-pointer. Crosses over, takes it up with the left-handed layup. And good on the penetration. And we got a whistle as Tegan Johnson goes down on the far end. 49-41, Bruce, we talked about it. Rocky came out, scored big. You know, they've got that 9-2 run, and now Tech comes back as well. They've played very well here as Tegan Johnson being helped off the floor. And Bruce, talk about our trainers here at Rocky. I mentioned them a little bit the other night, but how many athletes do we have here at Rocky that they have to take care of?
A little over 350 student athletes, and there you see Jen Linton, the head athletic trainer for AMP, and her assistant, Taylor. Between Jen and Taylor, they take care of a lot of student athletes.
Do a great job. Even take care of the associate AD once in a while when he hits his head on the bleachers.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nice pass by Cohen made a Betcher, and Betcher's fouled as he'll go to line for the old-fashioned three-point play. But that was set up on a great pass by Cohen May. Betcher with 13 points on the night with a chance to extend that. Chapman picks up his third personal foul. Betcher 5 for 5 from the line tonight. And Danny gets that one to fall. Danny with 14 points now on the evening. Rocky extends his 2-2-1 full court to full court pressure. And it's going to be stolen away by Jared Samuelson. And Jared goes up, can't get it to finish. And it's going to be rebounded by Chapman. O'Neal sets things up. Shot clock at 16. Back to O'Neal. Miles for three, it's good. Jake Miles gets his second three-pointer of the night. He has 13 points. Back to an 8-point lead for Rocky. Tech playing tough here as Samuelson gets a nice kiss off the glass. Jared Samuelson with two more. Jared with 10 points on the evening, and Bruce going to talk a little bit more about that, the athletic trainer, and they just do a great job of taking care of all those athletes. You know, we look at coaches and what they do, but those trainers, they have all the sports.
Yeah, and there's 17 sports at Rocky Mountain College, and you know, great athletic trainers around the Frontier Conference. I know that they have a great program at Montana Tech as well for their sports medicine. And you know, the people that are behind the scenes are the docs. You know, AMP, Ortho Montana, those docs are right here with the trainers and taking care of these student athletes. There you see the three-pointer by Miles, and well, that's a nice look at jumper. Were stagnant for a while in three, and now O'Neill's hit some, and Miles hit one, and I'll tell you what, Montana Tech is hanging around, and we've talked about how this year they have come from behind a number of times for victories, and I don't think any game's ever over when you have an Adam Hyatt coach basketball team. They just keep coming after you.
And once again, Bruce, I'd like to welcome all our network affiliates for tonight's game on SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and Tri-Cities, and Yakima. I'm happy to bring you this Frontier Conference basketball game here from the Fortin Center in Billings, Montana. And Tech will bring it up as O'Neill will bring it up the right side. O'Neill and Miles out on top. Definitely a couple guys that can get off the floor on their jump shot from the three-point line, Bruce. As Pannebecker has it. Out to Miles. 11 on the shot clock. And it's O'Neill for three. It's good. Chris O'Neill hits his second three-pointer of the second half. He has 15 points on the night.
Lead now down to 7 once again.
McDonald goes to Samuelson. Samuelson in the paint, baseline jumper up, no good. Rebound, O'Neill. Tech just hanging around there now, Bruce, and keeps crawling back. And a lot like the women's game, they're just out playing Rocky right now, playing harder. And I think the physicality of Tech is starting to show a little bit of play here in this second half.
Yeah, 11 turnovers now on the Orediggers. They just keep hanging around, though. I think Bill Drykosen could say what Wes Keller said to his team. No threes. Don't let them shoot threes. And Adam Hyatt's saying, shoot threes. They're going in.
May with it. And it's going to be stolen away by Collins, then stolen back by Betcher. And Betcher's going to go at the hole with the layup, and he will be fouled in there.
And we look at the opportunity bank replay, and you see Danny Betcher here. He's just going to take it all the way to the basket. He's either going to get a two and a chance at a three-point play, or he's going to shoot some free throws. And a great job there by Betcher, the left-hander out of Billings West.
And Danny 7 for 7 on the night from the free throw line. Got him down for 15 points.
A nice job for Betcher tonight.
First one's going to rattle out. Tech will bring it back up. O'Neill.
Got to guard the three. Guard around the perimeter.
Miles with it. 11 on the shot clock. Tech. Miles pulls up free throw line jumper. And that one's going to be out of bounds. Turnover, Rocky. 12 turnovers on Rocky.
Try to get you some Frontier scores updates here shortly.
8-point lead for Rocky. Just under 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Got a whistle and a foul away from the basketball. Going to go against Colin May.
Grant Wallace is going to check in for Rocky Mountain College. Big sophomore out of Idaho. Replacing Jared Samuelson.
Giving Jared a little bit of a breather. As Jake Miles will go to the line for the Orediggers. Miles shoots 78%. First trip to the line here tonight. And he gets that one to fall. Miles just got great form on that shot, Bruce.
So you put Montana Tech at the free throw line, they make them.
Yes, they do.
And that keeps them in games. 6-point lead for Rocky. About as close as it's been, isn't it?
Yes, it's as close probably since about 7 minutes to go in the first half. We got a whistle, a foul away from the basketball. It's going to go against Pannebecker. Pannebecker picks up his third foul. Rockies basketball far side, or baseline, excuse me. As they try to go into Wilmore, it's going to be stolen. As Carson Doomer gets the steal. O'Neal puts up the runner off the glass, and Betcher runs down the rebound. As Satchel McDonald goes coast to coast for Rocky. Picks up his 6th point of the night. Chris O'Neal, 3, top of the keys, good. As he hits his 4th three-pointer of the night. And O'Neal now, Bruce, has 16, 18 points on the night. 57-52 on our Montana Tobacco Quit Line scoreboard. We'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy.
Did you know Northwestern Energy adds that skunky, rotten egg smell to natural gas so you can detect a leak? Natural gas is safe.
But leaks can be dangerous. So if you think you smell a gas leak, follow these safety tips.
Do not attempt to locate the leak. Do not use any electrical switches, appliances, or an open flame.
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy.
Together,
Together, we can deliver a brighter future.
My name's Philip Davis. I'm from Boone, North Carolina, and I'm a senior in the Aeronautical Science program.
My name is Margaret Cleveland. I'm a freshman from Broadview, Montana.
Hi, I'm Melvin Ware, a senior from Dunmore, Montana.
Did you know that RMC awarded over $11 million in scholarships this year?
Did you know that 99% of Rocky students receive scholarships?
Thank you for enabling us to be first-generation college students.
Thank you for your investment in our Impact Today, Transform Tomorrow campaign in support of our new facilities.
Thank you for giving me a chance.
Thank you.
And back here, Bruce, 57-52. Montana Tech slowly crawling back into this ball game. Just got a message from Josh Fisher, our SID, who's doing a great job for us here at Rocky.
No question about it.
Great hire there, Mr. Parker.
Well, he was at Westminster College for about 10 or 12 years, and he's wanted to move to Billings, and he has been a great addition to the Rocky Athletics Department. Thanks to him for all his help tonight and his crew.
He just dropped me a note down here. Danny Betcher's career high is 18 versus LC. And we got a blocking foul. It's going to go against Pannebecker. And that'll be 4 fouls on Pannebecker. Rocky gets the ball inbounds. McDonald takes it to the hole on the left side. It's good. And Satchel picks up his 8th point of the evening. Rocky back up by 7. Coach Dryko's still saying no threes. They don't want to give up any more of those 3-pointers. As Miles kicks out to Collins. Collins with the runner. And the battle for the rebound. Betcher gets another one. Wilmore, spin move inside, can't finish, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with Rocky. Betcher with 15 points, Bruce. He's only 3 off his career high of 18. Rocky ball underneath. They got to get it in. Samuelson right back to McDonald for 2. For some reason, I don't think that's how that was drawn up, Bruce.
Satchel McDonald now double figures with 10. It sure worked out good for Rocky Mountain College.
61-52, a 9-point lead. Under 7 minutes to go in our ball game. They get it into Doomer, and it's Collins for 3. And the big rebound inside by Jake Miles.
Nice job by Miles. They're giving him a chance at some second chance points. Almost a steal by Rocky.
And Chapman takes it in for 2. Chapman with 4 points on the evening.
Greg Wilmore hasn't had one of his dunks tonight.
No, they've kept him off of that. As Wilmore dumps off to Samuelson, back to Wilmore. 10-foot jumper off the glass. And it's going to be rebounded by Collins.
61-54.
We got a whistle on the drive. I believe it's going to go against Satchel McDonald. That's his third personal foul. And Chris O'Neill, as here's our replay from Opportunity Bank.
Just trying to play defense with his by not moving his feet. The first free throw is up and good.
So, Bruce, you think there's a little speed there between O'Neill and Satchel McDonald?
Yes. And some strength, too.
Yes.
Boy,
As O'Neill goes 1 for 2 from the line. They get it inside to Betcher, and Betcher's going to be fouled on the baseline. I believe it's going to go against Chapman. That'll be 4 on Chapman with the replay.
I think anytime, Bob, you see Betcher working hard underneath there, but anytime you get the ball inside to your bigs down that low, good things are going to happen. And I think both teams are trying to do that tonight. Betcher's really had a great game for Rocky Mountain College.
Yeah, he's probably one of his better games of his career, I would say, Bruce. As he gets that free throw to fall, he's now 8 of 9 from the line. And Betcher goes 2 for 2 with 17 points. He's 1 away from his career high.
And is 9 of 10 from the free throw line, which is very important.
9 of 10 from the free throw line. He's got 9 rebounds as well. As we got a whistle and a foul going to go against Chad Cannonen. And Cannonen will pick up his third personal foul.
Student sections kind of woke up a little bit here.
As Chapman gets the free throw to fall. Once again, coming up will be our Montana Chevy Dealers play of the game, as well as Northwestern Energy player of the game. As Chapman gets the free throws.
Lead back down to 6.
Samuelson. Jared dumps off Betcher. Betcher, 17-footer, can't finish. Rebound comes down to Collins. And O'Neill with a little lean backer, can't get it to go. Rebound Samuelson. Coach Dryko's taking a little bit more time off the clock here. Betcher. Samuelson baseline. Shot clock running down. They go underneath. Wilmore puts it up off the glass. Yes, I would have to say that was a gift, Bruce.
Yeah, he just kind of caught it and threw it right up there. Nice job by Craig Wilmore to get the 2 points. And they took a lot of time off the clock with that possession.
Under 4 minutes to go in our ball game. And it's Miles with a long three-pointer. Jake Miles with his third three-pointer of the night. He has 15.
I think you really want to guard the 3-point.
5-point ball game, Bruce.
You know, it sounds stupid to say that over and over again, but Montana Tech keeps coming down and making threes.
Samuelson turnaround jumper, and Betcher gonna lose it out of bounds. It'll be Tech basketball. Oh, we're gonna have a discussion here. They're gonna overrule it. It'll stay with Rocky. Pannebecker comes back into the ball game. He'll replace Chapman. Cohen May inbounds for Rocky. Out to Samuelson. Wilmore, it's going to be stolen away. It's O'Neal going against Cannon. O'Neal, and he's going to be fouled by Chad Cannon.
Well, the lead is just 5, and O'Neal's going to get a couple free throws, and he's almost automatic from the free throw line.
90% on the season, Bruce, but he's 3 for 5 on the night.
Chance to cut it to 3.
Makes it a one-possession ball game. Hate to start talking about that this early, Bruce, but I think we need to.
You know, and Rocky's having trouble scoring right now, Bob.
Actually, this entire, probably about the last 8-9 minutes have really struggled. After that 9-2 run to start this second half, they've really cooled off. Cannon deep three-pointers, good.
Wow, that's a big shot by Chad Cannon, as big a shot as he's had this year.
And that is a 14th point for Chad. Pannebecker going against Cannon, out to Miles. Rocky man-to-man defense here. Great move by the quickness of Chris O'Neal for 2 more. As Chris O'Neal picks up his, I believe, 23rd point of the evening.
Well, he really picked it up after halftime. We kind of knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time for O'Neal.
And Collins is going to pick up his 4th personal foul here, Bruce. Craig Wilmore at the free throw line for Rocky. Craig's first trip tonight, 60% on the season.
Yeah, big free throw there by Craig Wilmore. Got to make these down the stretch if you want to hold on to your lead.
And Wilmore goes 2 for 2. 11 points. Back to a 6-point lead. 2 minutes to go in our ball game. England with it, high post. Jake Miles, definitely a 3-point threat. Gonna have a whistle and a foul against Samuelson.
Well, you don't want to foul that far away from the basket. Nobody's going to be shooting it out there.
And it's a double bonus.
There you see the Montana Tech bench. They'll take the trip home tonight to Butte.
And Miles gets a Free throw, 78% on the year. 3 for 3 tonight. All you young kids out there watching tonight, look at this form. Great form by Jake Miles on that free throw. 4-point lead, Bruce, 70-66.
With plenty of time left.
Lots of time. Betcher. Chad Cannon goes to McDonald. And Satchel McDonald's going to get it to fall.
Pretty nice job there by Satchel McDonald out of St. Louis, Missouri. And he showed his strength as we look at the Opportunity Bank replay. Look at the strength here as he goes to the basket. And he's got the wherewithal to put the ball up to get the shot off. And nice job there by Satchel.
And he completes a three-point play. His first trip to the line tonight. 73-66, Bruce. Just a great ball game, you know, and I think the whole thing is Chris O'Neal coming back in the second half, and I think I said it coming in here into the second half that he's not going to shoot like he did that first half for this second half, and he's definitely come out and shot well and kind of led this team kind of willed this team back into this ball game.
Yeah, he's one of the top players in the Frontier Conference, and he showed his skill shooting the basketball. But you know what he hasn't done is taken bad shots. You know, he's really calculated in his shots, and usually when he shoots it, it's a good shot, and he's got a chance to make it.
Coming up next week, Bruce, Battling Bears hit the road.
On the road to Great Falls and Havre, MSU Northern and the University of Providence.
And just like every other game, big games for the Battling Bears, and you know, it's just Frontier Conference. It's just such a fun. It's so much fun to do games in the Frontier Conference because you never have a game anytime during the year that you're just gonna get blown out and have a blowout, and it's just so much fun to do these games.
Yeah, it really is. You know you're going to have finishes like this, Bob. Nobody's going to be bored. Nobody's going to leave the arena early. And the fan support around the Frontier Conference has been fabulous this year. Stroud Gymnasium, the Hyper Complex, MSU Northern, right here at Rocky Mountain College, University of Providence, all drawing big crowds this year for basketball.
And once again, we want to thank Wayland Tire for being our game sponsor. And Jake Miles, a deep three off, another rebound for Betcher.
I think that's a double-double for Danny Betcher.
Yes, it is. That's 10 rebounds for Danny, 17 points. He's one off his career high. As Coach Drykosen and the Battling Bears taking the shot clock down, it's at 10. Satchel McDonald takes it to the hole, can't finish. Betcher gets the rebound, and Danny goes down as I think he got poked in the eye there.
I'm going to say Danny Betcher's my vote for the
definitely yes,
Northwestern Energy Player of the Game.
I'll agree.
Now the play of the game.
Do I concur or do I agree?
I hope you agree. and I really believe that the play of the game was Satchel McDonald getting the three-point play when the lead was down to 4, and he took it all the way to the basket, made the hoop, and got fouled and made his free throw. And I would say that's my vote.
I'll concur there. I agreed on the first one, so I'll concur on the second one. How's that sound?
Oh, you got those big words tonight. You're beating me up. I like that. Well, this would be a good win for the Battling Bears, who are battling for 4th place in the Frontier Conference. And MSU Northern tonight at Lewis Clark State in Lewiston, Idaho on the road. And we haven't got a score on that one. It starts about an hour later than this, so we'll try to find a score on that. Montana Western won both the men's and women's games tonight. And Rocky's trying to do the same with their women winning in overtime. Wes Keller getting his 20th victory. And there you see Bill Drykosen drawing things up. He's
look at these two guys.
Yeah.
Bruce, I want to say thank you for, just been a great time. It's always fun to have you over here next to me, but, and thanks a lot for doing it with me.
Yeah, I enjoy doing these games, and it's great to be on SWX around the state of Montana. Again, we say hello to all our friends watching us tonight around the state and in Idaho and Washington, and it's great to bring these games out to the public, and I think that tonight's been a great one to watch, both games.
And it'll be Rocky basketball. 47 seconds to go in the ball game. McDonald with it. Goes to Wilmore. He'll be fouled as Goldseth will pick up the personal foul. Both teams in a double bonus here.
Wilmore's had a nice weekend. Played very well last night against Carroll and having another good one tonight.
2 for 2 from the line tonight. One more coming. As John Chapman comes into the game. Coach Hyatt, I think, putting some three-point shooters in the ball game here. Definitely a lot of time left, Bruce.
Yeah, and you want to guard them. You want to not let them get those open looks on the behind the three-point arc.
Craig Wilmore hits the free throw. Big free throw there. Chapman, they swing it around Miles. Miles finds a wide open Collins underneath for two. Darius Collins picks up his third point of the night.
I think you sacrifice, Bob, a little bit. You really guard the threes, and if you give up a two like that, it doesn't hurt you nearly as bad. And there you see the Tech huddle and Coach Adam Hyatt in there somewhere drawing something up.
Another thing I was going to mention, I think Tech's probably got the tallest assistant coach in the Frontier Conference.
There's no question about that.
Derek Selvig.
Yeah, one of the great names in basketball. And there you see the next
game coming up on SWX. It'll be the Wayland Tire Game of the Week on February 14th, Wednesday at 5:30 as Montana Tech takes on University of Montana Western. That's a battle.
That's a battle, and that'll be fun to watch. That's the Digger Dog Cup.
The Digger Dog Cup, yep.
New athletic director down at Montana Western, and really a new athletic director at Montana Tech, and Matt Steppen, who took over for Chuck Morrell. Chuck was doing double duty as the AD and the head football coach, and done a great job in both of those areas. And now Matt Steppen steps in, and he is an up-and-comer in this profession as far as athletic directors. Great mind and a hard worker. In fact, he's been down here in Billings today to watch these games, and he was one of the officials at the state wrestling tournament.
Yeah, he was.
So we can say hello to our friends, the McClaffertys up in Butte at Montana Tech.
How about Neil Christensen? Did you say that?
We got to get Neil Christensen in there. We most of the time we call him Neil Peterson, but we can call him Neil Christensen too.
And we got a whistle and a foul in the backcourt.
He told me to call you Bob Christensen tonight, so you guys are even. Yeah, it's been fun tonight, Bob. I enjoy working with you, and Marty Lyon and his crew here tonight at the Fortin Education Center. Special thanks go to Hardee's for providing us our pregame meal.
Yes,
those are very important to me, Bob. I'm telling you.
Me too. Craig Wilmore stays perfect at the line, 5 for 5 on the evening.
Yes.
All right. Craig Wilmore stays perfect from the line. 6 for 6 on the evening. O'Neal misses, and it's going to be Batlin Bears with the basketball here, and they will be able to run this one out.
And they'll sweep the Ore Diggers tonight, winning in overtime in the women's game, and the men victorious tonight Billy Drykosen's team goes to 16-10 overall and 7-7 in Frontier Conference play.
Great game there by the Batland Bears. Our final score here tonight in the men's, 77-68 on our 1-800-QUIT-NOW scoreboard. We'll take a break and come back. Are we doing our player again?
Let me introduce you to the BF Goodrich All-Terrain TA KO2 tire. With technology designed to conquer the harshest terrain on Earth, the KO2 is BF Goodrich's toughest all-terrain tire ever. And now, that Baja-born toughness is ready for you. Whether you're at work or at play, take on your toughest road challenges with confidence. Turn to the experts at Wayland Tire to find the right BF Goodrich tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
Hi, I'm Christy.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy. Natural gas appliances provide wonderful benefits when used properly.
But faulty or improperly maintained devices can cause carbon monoxide poisoning. Keep your family safe
By installing carbon monoxide detectors on every level of your house. And make sure your gas appliances are properly vented. If your carbon monoxide alarm goes off,
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy. Together,
Together, we can deliver a brighter future.
I chose engineering because I've always liked tinkering, and engineering fits right in. You take a problem and come up with a solution and figure out how things work.
For me, choosing Montana Tech for my mechanical engineering degree was not only the right thing to do, but it was the best thing to do.
Mechanical is filled with great job opportunities and has so much potential growth.
Our students walk out with really high-paying jobs.
Tech has given me the opportunity to pursue what I want and get the education that I really needed.
And welcome back to the Fortin Center here as we wrap it up. Rocky takes a sweep over Tech, 77-68 in our men's game, and our women's game, 71-68 in overtime, Bruce. A couple of great games.
Yeah,
and,
two very good games, and a good, strong Montana Tech teams that were never out of it. They just kept fighting and fighting. It was a lot of fun to watch, and you know, our Northwestern Energy player of the game, in my vote, and I think your vote, Danny Betcher had a great game, a double-double in points and in rebounds. And there you see some of the fans trying to file out. But Betcher, no question, maybe the best game of his collegiate career.
Yeah, he's 1 point off his career high 18 points, but 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds and 17 points. Great job by Danny Betcher here tonight. And he started strong and finished strong.
Yeah, he really did. And our Montana Chevy play of the game, I think this one turned it around. It was close. It was 4 points. And look at Satchel McDonald here, taking it all the way to the basket, gets the layup and the foul, and made the free throw, put Rocky up by 7, and gave him a little bit of breathing room. But good win for Bill Drykosen and Wes Keller tonight as they pick up a sweep over Montana Tech.
Yeah, it was just a great night of basketball here from the Fortin Center. A great job by our crews, as you said, Bruce, and I thought our camera guys on the baselines really did a great job with some nice replays for us here tonight. And once again, I want to thank SWX Wayland Tire for being our game of the week, and 1-800-QUIT-NOW, our scoreboard sponsor. And Bruce, want to thank you once again. Our final score here tonight in the men's side, 77-68, and in the women's side, 71-68 in overtime.
When traveling to Billings, come visit us at the Vegas Hotel. We're located off exit 450, close into downtown Billings with an easy shuttle to the airport. We've recently renovated and updated our facility. Our large rooms are outfitted with comfortable pillow-top beds, high-speed Wi-Fi, HBO, and continental breakfast. Also in-house is American Classic Pizzeria and the Ace High Casino and Lounge. Call us at 406-248-7761 or visit us at thevegasmotels.com.
Bareback riding takes a special kind of person. It takes somebody that's willing to deal with all odds against them. It's the most physically demanding event in rodeo, and there are a lot of guys that chew tobacco, and I've seen my friends have the start of cancer in their lip and they change it from top to bottom rather than quitting, and I've run across guys who have to push a button to speak to me because they've gotten throat cancer, and it takes a special person to ride a bucking horse, and if you can do that, then you can kick the habit of chewing. In rodeo, you never back down from a challenge, so I challenge you, quit chewing today.
In 1968, Homer Scott Sr. purchased a small bank in Sheridan, Wyoming. That endeavor was the start of First Interstate Bank. Homer knew that the bank would only be as strong as the communities it served. Today, Homer's credo still holds true. First Interstate has donated more than $50 million and 154,000 volunteer hours to nonprofit organizations and the communities it serves. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.